Waits for Smith to come around and get the ball. Double team. Threw it away to Pete. Lead pass down to Burries on a breakaway. Slam it home. Standing dribble there. Pete setting that high screen again. Burries will drive again to the bucket. Off the glass. Two more.
It's
and
rinse.
Burries, that's his third 20-point game of the season.
Rinse and repeat. Ball screen in the middle third. Just let Burries drive it.
Rinse and repeat. Arizona Wildcats men's basketball wins again. Big time last night. Although they came up just a little bit short of covering the spread. 34 points win, 34.5 point spread. That first highlight there you heard, and our guy Ryan Hansen mentioning the strength of Toby Awaka, and that was one of the things we talked about on the post-game show last night, as it was mentioned in the broadcast by Matt Muehlbach. If he said that he felt like Toby Awaka might be the strongest player in the history of Arizona men's basketball. And that might have to be our question of the day today. That might have to be our question of the day to you. We talked a little bit about it last night, threw some names out there of strong Arizona men's basketball players of recent lore. Of course, I don't know much about, what we should have Bob Elliott on. Bob Elliott could probably attest to some of the guys in the 70s and how strong they were. He might be in that category, I would think, back when he was playing. Big Bird Bob Elliott had a massive man back in the day. Dominant force, one of the first big-time players of the 1970s era of Arizona men's basketball. We did not mention his name last night, but I think he could probably potentially be in that category of strong men when it comes to the post for the Wildcats. I don't know if Ernie McRae really fits that, though. Ernie McRae going back now to the 50s, 60s. I think he was more of a lanky type player, guard versus a big man. But I'd have to see. This would be we were talking last night about John Alquist, the legendary historian for Arizona men's basketball, Arizona Athletics, who passed away recently. He would be perfect for this type of situation. He would be perfect to say, John, who was the strongest player you ever saw play for Arizona men's basketball? But do you think Toby Awaka, for as long as you've been watching, whatever that is, I don't know how long you've been watching Arizona men's basketball. I've been watching it now for 2008, so 17 plus years now. Who's the strongest player you've ever seen play for the Arizona men's basketball team? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. We talked about Fendi Onabon last night. Now, Fendi was kind of a bit player. I don't think Fendi ever averaged more than about 10 minutes a game during his career here. But obviously went on to play in the National Football League, so maybe fits that mold of a big, strong player who could potentially transition and do something else on the football side. I mean, Toby is definitely that guy. We've seen a number of those guys. I mean, obviously Antonio Gates went into the Hall of Fame. Next stop, Canton, Ohio. College basketball player, Kent State, my neighborhood. Transitioned into football and now has a bust right down the road from where he went to college in Canton, Ohio. Have not been a lot of those guys, but a few. There have been a few. But is Toby the strongest that you've ever seen play for this program? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can call us with that answer. You can text us with that answer that you have. Any new thoughts on that, J-Dub, since we talked about it last night? Strongest? I mean, you've been watching it obviously much longer than me. I'm not even like Sean Rooks. Would he? That was a name we did not throw out there. last night. I remember that was obviously maybe one of the first dominant big men that I remember after getting to USC in the 80s and starting to watch Arizona basketball a couple times a year, beat up on us, maybe 3 times a year if we faced them in the inaugural run of the Pac-10 tournament back in the day.
That was
but
a strong.
Sean would be on that list potentially.
That was a strong group all around because you think about Chris Mills was at the 3, Sean Rooks, Ed Stokes put some weight on towards the end of his career. The same names we threw out last night. I think the guy that springs to mind first and foremost is probably Michael Wright because Michael Wright just showed up in Tucson and was man strength, every rebound in his region. But there's been so many, DK. I mean, Sean Rooks is definitely on that list. Ben, there's so many. It's hard to even gauge. But to me, DK, the strength and conditioning that modern athletes have is not what they had in the mid 80s. So we tell those stories about all the athletes weight training in McHale's basement or whatever back in the day. Now they have dedicated strength and conditioning coaches for each program. I just think that it's so hard to compare eras, and not to mention like guys like Pete Williams wasn't a big dude, right? Like as far as girth is concerned. A lot of the great rebounders like Anthony Cook was a great rebounder, but really, really skinny, right? So there's so many players from that era that just never had that conditioning and training. But natural strength, I think Tobe Awaka is personally the strongest natural. And we talked about it last night. It's his hands, the strength of his hands more than anything. In traffic, you just can't rip the ball away from him. So if I have to vote, it's probably going to be Tobe Awaka. I've been watching Arizona basketball since 83, 84 is probably when I really started getting into it. And in that time, I think those names I mentioned, Michael Wright's the first guy that comes to mind from the past. And Tobe is right there on, amongst the best, if not the strongest I've ever seen.
So there's 2 ways we could do this question of the day. And we could obviously, I could do it and just make it a yes or no, which I think is probably what I'll do now. Because we can always double back and do it again with examples. Maybe we'll come up with a list of, see if we can put together a list of maybe the 5 to 7 or 8 strongest Wildcats of all time. And then we'll whittle that down to the necessary 4 that they allow you on Twitter, and we can do the question again another day that way.
How about like Umar Ballo? Like, what about DeAndre Ayton? Right?
Yeah, Ayton didn't. I don't know if Ayton came off it. I would if I was comparing those two, I think Ballo was stronger than Ayton. Ayton never really came off to me as strong.
Ballo was 21 and Ayton was 18.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have to factor those things in.
Yeah,
like
that's
we
a
only
fact,
saw DeAndre Ayton as an 18 and into his first year being not even 20 years old. So, but yeah, I mean, the thing about it, DK, is there's diminishing returns. Like the stronger you get, the less mobile you are, and mobility is so important at this level in high-level college basketball. So you don't see a ton of guys. The most amazing thing to me about Tobe Awaka is not just what he looks like getting off a bus. It's how mobile he is. We talked about this with the great Kelvin Ifon last night. His pursuit of rebounds. He's not just putting his bulk on guys, moving them out of the way and waiting for the ball to fall into his lap. He's actually incredibly quick for his size, which is probably why, we talked a little bit about a potential NFL future. And you've mentioned all those, great power forwards who transitioned into the NFL as tight ends. His quickness for his strength is the most crazy thing to me. And as I said, I think his hands are stronger than anybody I've ever seen play at the U of A.
There you go. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number. So that's how we'll do it to start. Is Tobe Awaka the strongest Arizona in terms of pure strength? Is he the strongest Arizona men's basketball player you've ever seen? We'll make it a yes or no question of the day. I'll have it up here shortly. Head on over to Twitter at Wildcats1290. You can vote in the poll over there. If you want to leave a name of somebody you think is the strongest, we'll take the names. We'll maybe start to compile a list. We'll whittle that list down to 3 or 4, and then we'll do another question of the day, giving you actually people to vote for here sometime in the near future. Arizona men's basketball off today, tomorrow, Friday. back at it Saturday in Phoenix. Are you heading up to the game in Phoenix? Have you been to any of these games in Phoenix the last few years? 520-848-1290 is the number. What do you like about this? Tommy Lloyd came out a few years ago and said, "Hey, we want to play games in Phoenix. You know, we consider Phoenix as Wildcat country. We know we have a lot of alums in the city. We want to play games in Phoenix." And this is the third straight year that they've done so. Alabama 2 years ago, UCLA last year, San Diego State this year. Are you heading up to the game? Have you been to these games? What do you like about the Wildcats playing in the Mortgage Marketplex Arena in downtown Phoenix? We'll get a break in here. We'll come back. First hour of 3 hours today, a full 3-hour show. Tommy Lloyd Show coming up for you at 6:05 with Brian Jeffries live from the Union Public House as well. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you can rely on, and fast, dependable delivery means your orders arrive on time and in good condition. Plus, if you ever need advice, their technical product specialists are ready to help you find answers. And because they know safety is non-negotiable, they're proud to be your trusted partner in protecting your people and your workplace. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can test your sports IQ in real time with Robinhood Prediction Markets. It's not you against the house, it's you participating in a live market. You can buy or sell your positions all game long. You know the game, put it to use. Trade every play with Robinhood. Download the app today. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Stay cozy, stay home, and still save big online during Lowe's December deal drops. Right now, get 2 free select tools from DeWalt, Craftsman, or Kobalt when you buy a select battery or combo kit. Plus, all rewards members get free standard shipping. Shop new December deal drops on Lowe's.com every week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska or Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
It is the very best time of the year. Lights are up, cookies are baking, and some of the most exciting games of the year are around the corner. Keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 on Prize Picks. You simply pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and watch your lineups light up like the holidays. What's super exciting is that Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code ROAM and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get the $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
I have a great idea.
Oh boy.
Here it comes. Let's go caroling.
Don't wanna.
Gary, I love the holiday spirit, but this is a busy time at Alaskan AC.
Don't wanna.
Folks are calling for repairs. We have Alaska vacations to do.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, and that. I don't wanna.
Oh, come on. Here, look at the sheet music.
This song?
Oh, I see where you're going.
It goes like this.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Ah, yes. Really get you in the spirit.
I'm not sure we should go door to door and
That's
sing.
a great idea. We'll go door to door and sing. A 1 and a 2.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
We'll get snowballs thrown at us.
People will have snow brought in just to throw at us.
You guys are on the naughty list.
I'm good with that.
Makes no difference to me.
Oh, Grinch. Schedule an Alaska vacation at AlaskanAC.com.
JT Auto, where their customers are family. Stop by their newest East Side location, conveniently located at 6947 East 22nd, just west of Cole. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guarantee, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where their customers are family. 372-7704. That's 372-7704 or jtautoaz.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. With collisions that are reported at 1st and Tangerine and 1st Avenue, Ina and La Cholla and Ina. The slowdowns Grant and Swan for travel on Swan at Grant, also Oracle and McGee. 49 the overnight low, mostly sunny and 76 tomorrow and about 78 right now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We'll be with you today, tomorrow, and Friday, regular shows, and then back with you for basketball on Saturday. Is Toby Awaka the strongest player in the history of Arizona men's basketball? Let me give you some highlights here of Toby Awaka from last night.
Pete will come out to set a screen. Bradley around it. Throw it inside. Awaka. Slam it home.
Again, that middle third ball screen over help on Koa Pete allowed Toby Awaka to be open on the lob.
Kick it high for Del Orso. Working out on the right wing. Driving on Lewis. Bounce pass to Awaka. Jumper in the lane is good. Toby gets to double figures with 10 points.
10.7 rebounds last night for Toby Awaka in the win for the Wildcats over Abilene Christian. Is he the strongest ever? That's the question. We've got it up right now. It's our question of the day, and we've got it up right now over on our Twitter page, Wildcats 1290. It's a yes or no at this point. Maybe we'll dive into some actual names and do another question of the day because, we can do a question of the day every day. I've got this one up to last through the weekend till the next pregame show. So you've got about 3 days to vote on that question if you so choose. 520-848-1290. Let's hear from Derek. You're on DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hello?
Hello, Derek. How are you?
How's it going?
Good.
Before I talk about Lauren Woods, I just want to say Andre Iguodala was pretty strong when he came to the U of A. He had a man's body.
Okay.
Yeah, those shoulders, right? Like Andre Iguodala showed up with 25-year-old shoulders at like 18.
Yeah. I thought of it more like a 28-year-old. But so about Lauren Woods, I'm not saying he's the strongest player, but when he was playing for the U of A, we all had high hopes for that team. There was a lot of good players on it. And one night I had to deliver a pizza to him in Sabino Canyon. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And it was a meat lover special. And the whole ride to go deliver the pizza, all I could think of was that this was like officially the most unhealthy fast food meal in America at the time. I think People magazine voted that the most unhealthy meal. So as I'm delivering him the pizza, I say to him, hey, just so you know, this is the most unhealthy pizza fast food item you can get. And, maybe, there's better choices. And then he just took the pizza and closed the door and didn't give me a tip. And I deserve that because, you don't have a right to do that. But I was really hoping it would help,
Wait, so did you know when you were on your way that you were delivering it to Lauren Woods, or did you not know that till you got there?
It
Okay.
said Lauren Woods, and I'm
Okay,
like, whoa,
all right.
that's weird.
I wonder if there's another Lauren Woods in Tucson.
Wait, Lauren Woods living in Sabino Canyon. Yeah, so apparently,
Yeah,
there might
he had
have
a
been
nice place.
might
He
have
had
been
a
some
really
NIL
nice
might have been
place.
some NIL going around that time, those days, right there. huh?
Definitely. Yeah, before Sean Miller. But he has the same body of Tim Duncan. 7 foot 250, and he had the same skill sets. We all thought he was going to do great in the NBA, but he didn't. Which is kind of a mystery.
Too many meat
But I
lovers.
just have to say about this current team, I've just been doing some research, and these guys are all like 6'7", 220. We got a bunch of Richard Jeffersons on this team. Like, we have NBA-sized players.
Oh, there's no question about it.
Yeah, you don't see freshmen. You're talking about the strongest, Arizona Wildcat player of all time, but there's no doubt this class, DK. This freshman class, when you talk about Pete and Karchenkov and Burries and all these guys came in and Aristode, they all look like they're grown men. And you don't generally see that with freshmen coming in. So, yeah, across the board, a lot of strength.
Derek, have you seen a team bigger than this?
No, I think of UConn. They're a bunch of athletes. But Michigan, I looked into Michigan's roster. They don't seem to be that strong, big and strong, Maybe they have more talent or whatever, but strength matters. And we got a really strong team, which I'm not used to seeing.
Well, there's no question about that. And, we say Toby Awaka, but, I'd be interested to get into the weight room and see what Motiejus Krivas bench presses, because 7'2", 260. I would imagine that kid's got a bench on him. We might have to see if we could finagle some numbers out of Chris Rounds.
Well, the whole time
This
you're
is
talking
going
about
to be a great March.
The whole time you're talking about strength, I'm thinking to myself, prior to the season, they do a 1 mile run, right?
Yeah.
And they time all
They
that.
still do that?
Know that there's like most, whatever it is, 100-pound benches in a minute. Or there's some wall somewhere, DK, with stats about all those things going back however long. So I'm sure you could actually quantify who the strongest was with that kind of, NBA combine workout type of, stats. They're out there somewhere.
Right on.
Derek, hey,
Okay.
go ahead. You got one more point?
Yeah, I do have to get back to work. I'm going to Winter Haven tonight, so I have to get ready for that. Hey, do you know if you could ride bicycles there?
Can you ride bicycles at Winter Haven?
Yeah, during the Christmas stuff. Christmas lights.
I don't know. I don't know that I've been up there during the Christmas season before. I would imagine if there's no snow on the ground, I wouldn't think why you couldn't.
No, because of all the people walking. You know what I mean? There's like big crowds and stuff. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna have to avoid a lot of crowds. Like I live right near there, and it's already up to pretty much full gear.
You said Winter Haven.
Winter,
I'm
not
thinking of Summer Haven up in Mount Lemon.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think you can. Yeah, Winter Haven. I do not think you can ride a bike through there. No, I've never seen that happening there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see because I'm going for it.
Now you can get on the party bike and ride that through Winter Haven. Have you ever been on the party bike?
No, I've had some quadricycles. Like 2-seater bicycles that four-wheelers, but never seen the party.
No,
bike.
the party bike. It's like you can do 10 people, and you get to a guy actually drives it, but you actually pedal to power it as well. It's like a fun thing for a group of people to do.
Right on. Thanks for the advice. I appreciate that.
There you go, Derek. Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much, and thanks for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you listening. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290.
Speaking of party bikes, I did work as a bartender on campus of the U of A for more than 10 years. I have a lot of Meat Lovers pizza stories that I will never tell on the air.
That's Pizza Hut, right? Meat Lover?
I don't know. I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about extracurriculars for athletes who were at the U of A at the time, because they're kids. We're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds. So as far as good, healthy eating habits and what you do and how many parties you go to and what kind of lifestyle you're living, right? Everybody's a little bit different. And I feel that call. I feel Derek's, wanted the best for Lauren Woods. My dad and I used to have this thing where we would always pick a freshman, and that would be our freshman we would ride with. This is going to be the guy one day. And he was so high on Lauren Woods in the preseason of his freshman year and wanted the best for him, as did all of Tucson. I know of a lot of athletes who, were great and are good to great. And DK, if the general public knew that they're just humans, right? So they party and they eat bad food and all those other things. And it just reminds me of like Shaq, right? Coming into camp weighing 420 425, like Shaq being 100 pounds overweight. And his whole philosophy was like working his way into shape through the first half of the NBA regular season. I mean,
Right.
we want athletes to show up and have, 4% body fat and give their all for the Tucson community and all those things. And they do for the most part. And they also enjoy Meat Lovers Pizza and close the door on you every once in a while.
Oh man, so you've worked in a restaurant. Did you ever work at a pizza place? I mean, you bartended, but have you worked at a pizza?
Yeah, I mean, Frog and Firkin was primarily pizza in the 90s. That's what they were known for. This was before No Anchovies opened. So yeah, I mean, that was a pizza joint when I first got there. They've added a lot of stuff to the menu since then. But I've never worked at a pizzeria. Like I've never worked at a place that was a pizza place that sold beer. Mostly sports bars, steakhouses, that kind of thing.
I worked at I did a customer service, and so this was back when they first started doing call centers, like in the early 90s.
You mean the end of civilization as we know it?
Exactly. So I was in one of the first Pizza Hut call centers in Central California. I did that as a part-time job when I was working early in my broadcasting career. So there'd be like 20 of us in this room, and we would just basically take the calls for all the Pizza Huts in town. And we would do the orders, and then you send the order out to the place, and that was it. So it was like streamlined. I'd never seen. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Because I didn't eat pizza, so I was not accustomed to ordering a pizza. But I was like, oh, this is how it works. Like you call in, like you're not actually calling the store. You're just calling a call center, and then it is routed to the store.
Yeah, and now it's all on apps.
It is. Exactly.
Quick slight correction. I was telling that story about my dad picking freshmen. Obviously, that wasn't Lord Woods because he started at Wake Forest. It was Ed Stokes was the guy that my dad picked as a freshman. Very similar players. But, yeah, I mean, I think, wanting the best for the young players to come into the U of A and having them, kind of be their own people and making their own decisions, I think is pretty it's how everything works. DK, like people are gonna eat meat lovers if they want to.
All right, get yourself a meat lover. We can make that a question of the day. What meats do you get on your meat lovers pizza?
Who is the most overweight, out of shape Arizona basketball player of all time?
Oh man, we could have that conversation too. That's interesting. I don't know.
That's a dark negative kind of thing.
I'm trying to think if there was anybody that just kind of like
didn't look like they cared much.
Didn't look like they should be out there.
I don't know. I mean, in my experience,
pretty much everybody's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it's like 0.01%, if anything. Yeah. I think most of the guys, if you get recruited to the U of A, ever since Coach Olson started getting things in gear in the mid '80s, there's been an expectation. So you more or less have your pick of high level players, and high level players, DK, tend to take their nutrition and exercise pretty seriously.
There you go. DK on the Sports Tip. Much more coming up straight ahead. We're going to talk to Michaela Purdue coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Arizona women's basketball has a game tomorrow at home against Bellarmine. It'll be their final non-conference game before they begin Big 12 play at home against Utah on Monday. So we'll get Michaela Purdue's perspective on this season so far. She played the last couple of seasons in my hometown at Cleveland State. DK on the Sports Tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This year, I'm on a mission to spread holiday cheer, and that means giving an Aura frame, the gift that keeps family close no matter the miles, and a personal message before it ships, and every frame arrives in a premium gift box. Thoughtful and simply unforgettable. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. And for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames by using the promo code ROAM, and then support us by mentioning the Jim Rome Show at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
With appliance savings at the Home Depot, get up to 40% off select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop appliance savings plus free delivery on select GE appliances now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on select GE appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 12/11 through 1/1. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The holiday season is about family and friends, co-workers, parties, and gifts that we send. So saving big money is important to all. Up to 40% if you make the right call at Tobacco Barn. This holiday season, remember, you can save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products at Tobacco Barn. Plus, up to $20 in city and state sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Hey, even Santa likes saving big money at Tobacco Barn.
Ho, ho, ho. Miss Claus loves it here.
So save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products. Save up to $20 in state sales tax. Pay no city sales tax. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Saving this much money, even Santa's elves have been spotted shopping at Tobacco Barn.
What is going on in here?
Happy holidays from Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia.
The holidays are here, and so are the Red Tag savings on new Chevrolets at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on the latest Silverado, Equinox, and Traverse models, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing on brand new Chevys and unwrap great holiday deals and unbeatable pricing all season long. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rockin' Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Your champions of the third NBA Cup, the New York Knicks.
The offensive rebounding's been the whole key, and the interesting thing is the Knicks came in second in second chance points.
Brunson gets inside for the floater. Hart moving a little funky. Fox blocked by Hart. Fox couldn't grab it. Who wants it? Towns and the Knicks. 5-point lead. Just over 3 minutes to go. Brunson shakes him off. Swings for Hart. 5 to shoot. Hart gonna do it himself. String music. Josh Hart connects from long range.
Just got back in the game.
Called his own number, coach, and delivered. Anunoby to Kolek. They're playing keep away, and a foul is called, sending Kolek to the free throw line with 34.3.
On this game.
Man, they like Jerry Maguire. Show me the money. Josh Hart just gave you the show me the money signal, and they're 30 seconds away from it. And the Spurs will dribble it out.
Look at
the
the
New
Knicks.
York
Look at the
Knicks
Knicks.
are NBA Cup champions.
Tell me it don't mean something, Coach. Look at this.
This is incredible.
They were jumping around. They were happy about it. They were absolutely happy about it. A lot of debate today about whether they should be happy about it, but they were. 124-113, the Knicks win the NBA Cup over the San Antonio Spurs. The third NBA Cup. So now what? It's been is it the Bucks, the Lakers, and the Knicks? Is that how it's gone in terms of the champions
Yes.
of the NBA Cup?
Yes.
OG Anunoby, 28 points to lead the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, had 25 points. Victor Wembanyama did not start. He's been ailing, obviously, just coming back from a little bit of an injury. He had 18 points off the bench in 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Carter Bryant did not play in the game.
He also lost his grandma yesterday morning as well. Did Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Didn't find out about that till after the game. But as far as Knicks, celebrating, I mean, we all know the story, right? I mean, the Knicks fan base, DK, the Mecca of basketball, MSG, the legacy, and the Knicks have not won an NBA title in my lifetime, right? The last Knicks title was 2 years before I was born. Now, there was that era in the late 90s where they were that close with Mark Jackson at the helm, and you had, the most recent, Tom Thibodeau got fired, even though they just, made it to the conference finals last year. So they have all the talent in the world, all those Villanova players playing great together. I don't know about hanging banners. I mean, that was the debate. Coach Brown was talking about how excited he was to hang a banner, and everybody's like, maybe not. I didn't know this, DK, but the last two, the Bucks and the Lakers did hang banners for in-season tournament. And you would think, like, the Lakers, how many titles do the Lakers have? Right? I mean,
A lot.
All of them.
Yeah.
The Lakers have 17 NBA championships, and they hung an in-season tournament banner. So I know it's one of those deals where one and done, it's so much more akin to like the NCAA tournament style of basketball, because you're really, you're playing 4 games to get to the tournament in your pool play, and then you play 3 games to get to the, to win the championship, as opposed to those grueling 7-game series where teams, adjust based on the strategy that the other team's doing for 7 games. Completely different style, but I think you have to be excited if you're Knicks players and Knicks fan base, and it really doesn't, at the end of the day, mean anything, because the goal is obviously to do well in the actual postseason.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. So let's give you, we'll come back. We got some time, so we'll come back and give you our BetMGM Network top play in the next segment. Cricket right now is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Hyundai and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported I-10 near State Road 83 on the eastbound side of I-10 near State Road 83, Broadway east of Wilmot, and also Ina and La Cholla. Slowing on Swan at Grant, Alverdon at Grant Road, got road work there, and also slowing eastbound I-10 near Emperita Road. 49, the overnight low, 76, mostly sunny tomorrow, 77 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car at work, or with your kids, no matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Snoop will be here Saturday, December 27th, along with the Miami of Ohio Redhawks and the Fresno State Bulldogs for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop. Last year's game was amazing with a record crowd, and this year will be bigger and better. Check out the free Gin and Juice Tailgate Festival before the game on the U of A Mall. And inside the stadium, get ready for fireworks, football, and of course, Snoop.
Will you be there? The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop.
Go to thearizonabowl.com and get your tickets today.
Well, boss, how's the sleigh?
It's amazing. Like it just flew off the showroom floor. Sparkling clean, no chimney dust, and I've never seen his nose so bright.
Recon Auto Detailing.
Recon gift cards to all, and to all a clean ride.
Give Recon Auto Detailing gift cards, and Arizona's premier auto detailing company will come do a basic cleaning or a jaw-dropping full detail, including a ceramic finish for anyone on your list. Get your Recon Auto Detailing gift cards now online at recondetail.com.
I have a great idea.
Oh boy.
Here it comes. Let's go caroling.
Don't wanna.
Gary, I love the holiday spirit, but this is a busy time at Alaskan AC.
Don't wanna.
Folks are calling for repairs. We have Alaska vacations to do.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, and that. I don't wanna.
Oh, come on. Here, look at the sheet music. This song?
Oh, I see where you're going.
It goes like this.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Ah, yes. Really get you in the spirit.
I'm not sure we should go door to door and sing.
That's a great idea. We'll go door to door and sing. A 1 and a 2.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
We'll get snowballs thrown at us.
People will have snow brought in just to throw at us.
You guys are on the naughty list. I'm good with that.
Makes no difference to me.
Oh, Grinch. Schedule an Alaska vacation at AlaskanAC.com.
It is the very best time of the year. Lights are up, cookies are baking, and some of the most exciting games of the year are around the corner. Keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 on Prize Picks. You simply pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and watch your lineups light up like the holidays. What's super exciting is that Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code ROAM and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get the $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Arizona men's basketball wins last night over Abilene Christian to go to 10-0 on the season. Next up, San Diego State on Saturday. We were talking in the last segment about the NBA Cup. Let's hear some post-game reaction from that. The Knicks win the NBA Cup, knocking off the San Antonio Spurs. Let's hear from Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson on the Knicks winning the Cup.
Banner or no banner?
I don't know. I'll let y'all decide that. Someone's gonna be mad whatever we do.
Hey, Josh, I'm just wondering if you know that when was the last time this team won the championship? Do you know how many years?
A very long time. I don't want to remind everyone of that, but a long time.
It's actually 52 years.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what you thought the feeling, if you envisioned what the feeling would be like winning something like this. Did it match that? Did it exceed it? Were the feelings a little bit more there than you thought going into it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. It's a goal of ours that we get to check off, and it's an important stepping stone for us. And we can still learn from this game and get better as well. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity that we presented ourselves, and through the ups and downs of the game, being down 10, being up 10, and we found a way to win.
All right, there you go. You got Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson talking about the Knicks winning the NBA Cup. Again, this is a third year this in-season tournament, and I've said from the get-go, I think it creates a different level of interest in NBA basketball that maybe you normally would not have at this time of year, because you've got everything going on with the NFL and college football and whatnot, and sometimes as I've said before, I think that a lot of fans don't really pay attention to the NBA until Christmas Day, when you've got a boatload of games on, and then you kind of start watching after that. This maybe pulls some people in that month or two prior to Christmas Day.
Yeah,
I think it succeeded in doing that.
And then college football's like, oh, yeah, you're going to do that? Oh, guess what? We're going to have our bowl game start 3 weeks earlier than we used to.
Yeah, December 13th. Exactly. Although I don't know how many people were watching Washington and Boise State the other night.
Well, I mean, there is a crossover because NBA Cup courts look a lot like Boise State's home field.
That is
and
true.
That's one of the issues. This is not a perfect tournament. I mean, this is obviously modeled after European soccer, and they have in-season tournaments that are, very prestigious to a certain extent because they've been going on for 100 years, DK. That's the thing. This is only the third year of the in-season tournament. However, the Lakers had to remove their in-season tournament floor because it was too dangerous. Right? There was a lot of players, a lot of slippiness going on. So, I mean, I like, Commissioner Silver's done some, interesting new things since he's taken over. And one of them, obviously, is this branding. Because you turn on the TV, DK, and there's no doubt of what you're watching.
Right.
It's a lime green, neon green court with the light shining up into all the players' faces. And that being said, I think, the point differential and all the other things, it's a little odd. And it's so hard because these games last night, for instance, does not count for the standings because you couldn't give the Knicks and the Spurs an extra game that no other team gets to play in. So there's some awkwardness involving it. But as far as and we're talking about it, right? I mean, so mission accomplished, I guess. I mean, it's bringing publicity to the NBA in a time when most people are talking about NFL playoff pushes and what your favorite team's going to do in the bowl season. So, yeah, I mean, to that extent, I think the NBA Cup has been a success. The interesting thing to me is you mentioned the two teams that won.
Yeah.
Milwaukee and the Lakers. But did you know who the two teams that lost the first two were? Pacers.
Indiana and
Oklahoma City.
Okay.
So you talk about Pacers the year after they went to the finals, the in-season cup, went to the NBA finals.
Right.
The year after OKC went to the NBA finals and won it. So there's something to be said about young teams in pressure-filled situations like this. It's kind of a testing grounds for the NBA playoffs where they get to play under high pressure. I mean, there is a big purse at the end of it. Incidentally, like some of the Knicks players I heard are going to be donating their money to charity, which is great. But yeah, I mean, as far as the team's development and young teams, understanding what it takes to have that killer instinct and win games down the stretch, meaningful games. Because the postseason NBA is nothing like the regular season, right? It's like the NFL playoffs. It's just a different level of intensity. So, a little tiny taste of that for young teams in this in-season tournament only helps the product for NBA fans when the postseason does come around, because then you've got a lot more teams that are ready to go and fight toe-to-toe.
And the San Antonio Spurs, once a doormat of the league after winning championships for a number of years and being one of the best, are back near the top again now with this young nucleus of players, 18 and 17 on the season, just a game out of the number 2 seed right now in the NBA's Western Conference. Denver currently holds that spot. Lakers and Spurs are tied for the third spot, with the Spurs right now in that 4th position. So again, it's an opportunity for this young team to really come back and start to reestablish themselves as a dominant force in that very powerful Western Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to say the Oklahoma City Thunder don't have the best young roster. You talk about like under 25 roster in the NBA, it's the Thunder. But the Spurs are number 2, and there's no doubt about that because Stephen Castle, last year's Rookie of the Year, is an unbelievably quality player out of UConn. Their first-round pick this year, Dylan Harper, right? Ron Harper's kid. That guy is going to be an all-star one day. And everybody knows about Victor Wembanyama. Also, Devin Vassal's been playing very well. And I think Carter Bryant, you give him 2 or 3 years of development, is going to be that 3-and-D kind of guy that they need. So I think the Spurs are going to be fun to watch this year. I don't see them making a deep run in the NBA playoffs. I think the Spurs have the second longest playoff drought, DK, believe it or not. I think the Hornets is something like 9 or 10 years, and the Spurs haven't been to the NBA playoffs, haven't even been to the playoffs in 6 or 7 years after Popovich won 50 games for 19 consecutive years?
Right.
So, it's like, is anybody crying that outside of Kansas City fans, is anybody crying that the Chiefs aren't in the playoffs this year? Like, that's kind of the Spurs. They were so consistent for so long. But this young core that they have right now, if they grow together and learn together, they play a really pretty brand of basketball, team basketball. I think Wembanyama's, with the injuries, ISOing a little bit too much on the perimeter and shooting a little bit too many 25-footers. But in the perfect version of them has him a little bit closer to the basket. And I've seen quite a few Spurs games this year. Really impressed, obviously, with, Castle and De'Aaron Fox, obviously, who I haven't mentioned. That's a really, really fun young roster and a lot of young guys who can grow together.
Victor Wembanyama, we had in our BetMGM Network top play yesterday. They told us to take Victor Wembanyama over 35.5 points, rebounds, assists combined. Of course, we're flipping everything that the BetMGM Network people tell us to do. Probably why the network is going away, because they've been giving us bad advice for a year now. So we took the under on that. We took the under 35.5. Victor Wembanyama last night, obviously, again, dealing with the death of his grandmother, scored 18 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, and had 1 assist. So that is 25. So we won on that one. Flipping what the BetMGM Network people told us to do, take over 35.5. We took under 35.5. The points, rebounds, and assists came in at 25 on that. We did, however, lose. It's kind of been in the yes-no kind of thing on this. We did lose. They told us to take Tennessee over Louisville, and we took Louisville over Tennessee. However, the Vols beat the Cardinals yesterday on the college basketball side, snapping their 3-game losing streak.
That's, by the way, if the poll question was strongest team in the country, it's usually Tennessee pretty much every year.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's find out what our top play for tonight is.
I'm Denton Day from the BetMGM Network here to help you beat the books. Let's go to the hardwood. We're going to take the Grizzlies, getting 7.5 against the Timberwolves in the NBA. The Timberwolves are 10-16 against the spread, and that's a pretty big number without knowing whether or not Anthony Edwards is going to play. He's currently listed as questionable, so I'm going to take the Grizzlies to cover that big number at 7.5. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, so Anthony Edwards saying take the Grizzlies and the points there, which means we're going to flip that and take the Timberwolves, who are favorite, and lay the 7.5 points, even though there's, again, a possibility that Anthony Edwards does not play tonight. Have not seen anything new on his status for today's we just got it now. He has been ruled out of tonight's ball game. So Anthony Edwards will not play. But we'll still take the Timberwolves minus the 7.5 points tonight over the Grizzlies in Minnesota. Timberwolves 17-9 on the year. Grizzlies are 12-4. So there you have it. Also, we've got one from the college basketball side tonight. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the college football side because we have a bowl game tonight in college football, and we will take. They say take their BetMGM Network says take Old Dominion +3 over South Florida. We'll take South Florida -3 over Old Dominion. This game is actually underway.
Yep.
And Old Dominion has an early lead, 7-3.
Second quarter.
There you go. Yeah, it's still early. Still very early there. All right, DK on the sports tip, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. We're going to talk to Michaela Purdue from Arizona Women's Basketball. Straight ahead, you're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions reported: Oracle and Orange Grove and Oracle and Wetmore. Westbound I-10 at the Marsh Station Road off-ramp. Broadway east of Craycroft, and also slowing eastbound I-10 near Emparita Road. 49 the overnight low, 76 mostly sunny tomorrow, and 77 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers.
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our Black Friday week of savings has been extended into December. Right now, every set of tires is on sale, and you can stack on manufacturer's rebates for even more savings, up to $180 more. We've also got popular maintenance services at up to 50% off to get you road trip ready for your holiday travel. And beyond the amazing low total tire prices, we'll include Jack's Plus Pack, a dozen tire-related services like touchless mounting, computerized balancing, new rubber stems, including the reset for tire pressure monitoring systems. Plus, you'll also get a lifetime of tire maintenance, rotations, rebalancing, and tire repairs. Jack's Plus Pack is a $249 value, and it's included with your new set of tires. We'll even throw in a free wheel alignment check if you want it, and it's all at the guaranteed lowest price. Get ready for holiday travel at any of Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 area locations. Call, stop by, or visit us online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Hold up. That wasn't Santa's sleigh. That was a Blazer EV flying off the lot at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag pricing on the latest electric Chevys, and yes, we have the inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and supercharge your holidays with shockingly great deals that'll make your old gas tank jealous. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. EVs at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our Black Friday week of savings has been extended into December. Right now, every set of tires is on sale, and you can stack on manufacturer's rebates for even more savings, up to $180 more. We've also got popular maintenance services at up to 50% off to get you road trip ready for your holiday travel. And beyond the amazing low total tire prices, we'll include Jack's Plus Pack, a dozen tire-related services like touchless mounting, computerized balancing, new rubber stems, including the reset for tire pressure monitoring systems. Plus, you'll also get a lifetime of tire maintenance, rotations, rebalancing, and tire repairs. Jack's Plus Pack is a $249 value, and it's included with your new set of tires. We'll even throw in a free wheel alignment check if you want it, and it's all at the guaranteed lowest price. Get ready for holiday travel at any of Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 area locations. Call, stop by, or visit us online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
It's basketball season, Wildcat fans, and tickets are on sale now. It's no secret that McHale Center is one of the most electric atmospheres in the country. And now is your chance to be part of the madness as Tommy Lloyd, Jaden Bradley, and the rest of the Wildcats compete for a Big 12 title. Get your tickets now by visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/MBK or call the McHale Center ticket office at 520-621-2287. That's 520-621-CATS.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. Tune to DK on the Sports Tip weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sugapong bounces it to Mickey. Thought about a three. Now she's going to wind it up. She's got it down. An ICCU charity three, her fourth. And now the Cats have some breathing room.
Michaela Purdue on fire Monday night at McHale Center as the Arizona Wildcats women's basketball team knocked off Chicago State 89-70 in a game that got a little tight in the fourth quarter, but then the ladies able to regroup themselves and stretch things out. 34 points for Michaela Purdue, who joins us now. Michaela, appreciate you taking some time to join us. I came away, though, my most impressive thing that I saw from you on, and I asked you about it in the postgame, was about the 3 charges that you took in the game. And your coach said that she had not seen you take a charge since the summer. What went through your mind when you heard your coach lay you out like that?
You know, she always has little slick jokes to say, but, you know, we're not worried about her. What matters is what I did in the game.
Now it's interesting. I think you said something about when you were kind of categorizing it. You kind of said that she wants you guys to be on the midline, I think is the phrase you used, and you're not always on the midline. Explain what that means to maybe people that don't understand what you're talking about there.
Yeah, the midline, we always have, so we tape up the court a lot during practices, like just little X's and O's, and we have a little midline that goes right in between the Big 12, right between the free throw line, and that's kind of where she wants that help side at, and, you know, just depending on if you have a shooter or not, sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not, and that game, I know specifically, we talked about making sure we were on that midline because it was a team full of drivers, so it's kind of what I did.
I mean, and when you get into when you went into that game, did you anticipate this is going to be a game where I want to kind of step up my defense, or had you kind of maybe been building up to that? Do you feel like you're starting to play better at the defensive end as each game goes along?
Yeah, for sure. I focus a lot on my defense, and I'm very competitive when it comes to defense, especially in practice, and I know that's something that my game needed work on and I needed to improve on. So, like, each game I kind of just focus more and more on different things and, you know, just trying to put it all together.
We're chatting with Michaela Purdue. She is a graduate senior guard for the Arizona Wildcats, currently leading scorer on the Arizona women's basketball team. Mickey, we talked obviously during the media day back before the season started. You played a couple of seasons in my hometown up in Cleveland, Ohio, at Cleveland State. I'm pretty sure when you walk outside right now, you're pretty happy to be in Arizona and not in Cleveland right now.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's snowing back home right now, so I'm definitely glad I'm on the good side over here.
How have you kind of adapted to this kind? I mean, because obviously you mentioned you're back from Ohio. You played in Toledo to start your career. You were down at I think in Glenville State down in West Virginia. So you've never really had a December where you can kind of be outside. How does that change your lifestyle when you're in an environment like this where you can do things that you've never done before in terms of being outside at this time of year, or being comfortable outside at this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good walking out of practice and feeling 80-degree weather right now. So that feels good. I think I've adjusted pretty well because I've always loved the hot weather. This is my first time being like on the West Coast, so it's been a pretty good experience.
Michaela Purdue joining us, Arizona Wildcats graduate, senior guard. So what's your assessment of this team so far? You guys obviously came out that first game and lost the exhibition game and then rebounded. All your games have been at home, so you guys haven't actually been out on the road this year. How have you kind of assessed these first 11 games of the season?
Yeah, I think we're growing as the games are going by. Obviously, we're not at our peak where we want to be. That's where we're trying to get to. I think just our team chemistry has definitely, especially on the offensive end, started to click as the season went on, and we're just starting to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. I think just moving forward, we're just trying to focus on the defensive end. Coach Burke's really big on defense. Like, our offense is going to come. She recruited people that can obviously put the ball in the hoop, but it's the defense. She wants that gritty dog mentality, and that's kind of what we need to do from here on out.
Okay, so you mentioned the gritty dog mentality. You have this thing that you guys give out after every game. I think it's the Beware of Dog award or something like that. So I never heard who won after the last game, because I thought with them 3 charges that you took, you should have been right there for the Beware of Dog award.
Yeah, it was me. That would be me.
So how does that make you feel to kind of get that award?
Yeah, it feels good to know that your the work that you put in during the game is recognized. It always feels good to get any type of award, no matter what it is. But yeah, it's a good feeling to get that.
Now, you had that game. It was a couple games ago where you went 1 for 9. When you went home that night, how were you feeling about that? And how do you bounce back from nights when, obviously, because this team needs you to score, and if they're going to win games, they got to have you, be in a prominent scorer. How do you bounce back from nights like that?
Yeah, that night I went 1 for 9. I was not feeling the best, but I came home after bad games or losses or whatever it is. I always come home. I'm like crying, all types of stuff. But, I just shake back because at the end of the day, I know that like my game and just all the hard work that I've put in up to this point is going to pay off, and it's going to show eventually. Like, every shooter has games like that. It's just about your response, and that's kind of where I went with it. And I, got in the gym the next day, got a lot of shots up, and, it was kind of up from there.
You mentioned, obviously, the road that you've been on. I mean, this is your 6th year playing college basketball. I mentioned you started at Toledo, got some time as a freshman, and then didn't play at all your second year. What was it like to go through that experience? Because most athletes think, okay, year 2 is the year I'm really going to jump off, but for you, that didn't happen, and then you had to kind of retool after that.
Yeah. So when I got to college, like my freshman year, I actually skipped a senior year of high school to go to college.
Oh, wow.
And so I was freshly 17, my birthday had just passed the first day I got up there. And so I was pretty young. So at first it was kind of like, dang, you're so used to playing all these minutes. You're so used to scoring and doing this. And, I was like, the confidence kind of went down a little bit, but at the end of the day, I knew after those 2 years, this was my time to, go find somewhere that was, a better fit for me and that could gain my love for that game back and just gain my confidence back again. And, that's ultimately what I did, and I ended up doing just that. I mean, I knew what type of player I was. I knew from the beginning, since I was young, that I was a good player, and, I just needed just a little bit of a confidence boost to go do that.
Now, let's walk back what you just said there. So did you skip your entire senior year, or did you just go in at the midpoint like a lot of people are coming in January now?
Yeah, so I skipped my entire senior year. So I graduated my junior year technically, and skipped my entire senior year, and just went up to college just to, just get a feel for things. I was young and just wanted to learn the game some more from just the college experience.
So now, at what point do you start thinking about that? Like, was that your sophomore year in high school, freshman year? You're thinking, like, maybe I should graduate, or maybe I have the opportunity to graduate earlier and get going in college. And a lot, I mean, it's funny because we just had this conversation with Braden Burries, who's on the men's team, who's actually a year older for his class. You talked about being a year younger. Did you think that going in a year younger, that you'd be able to compete, or what was the mindset going into that decision-making process?
Yeah, so I ended up making the decision my junior year, that last year. But it was really just based off of, like, I just wanted to learn under some people, get better. Like, of course, I went in there every day, like, me being Mickey, I went in there every day giving everything I had. And, if she played me, it was a blessing. If not, then I still took it as, like, a learning lesson. Like, I'm learning under these experienced guards that she already had, and that's something that I wanted to gain out of that experience.
You're very active on social media. Your Instagram. You have a lot of different things going on. What are some of the products that you're involved with? The people that you're involved with to kind of build your brand here in Southern Arizona?
Yeah. So recently, shout out Bella Curl Salon here in Tucson, Arizona. I have a NIL with them. I have curly hair, so they've been doing my curls. They actually just did them yesterday, so I got my hair all fresh and red for the next game, so you'll see a redhead coming down the court. But yeah, that's one of the ones that I'm dealing with right now, and I love them. And, there's some other things like little fashion brands, Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova, stuff like that I work with because I'm really into clothes and fashion. But yeah, the main one's Bella Curl Salon, so shout out them.
Okay, so now is that the natural color, or what's your natural color? And if that's not your natural, then why do you go red?
Yeah, so my natural color is actually just like a dark brown, but
Okay.
I've wanted to go red for a long time now. I just feel like, I think redheads just got a little bit more feistiness to them. That's what I've seen. That's what I've heard. And, that's what I want people to think of me as. So, I kind of just changed it up a little bit.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, was your father one of your coaches growing up?
Yeah, he was one of my coaches. He kind of coached me at AAU. He coached me, and then he was just my trainer kind of growing up. I didn't really have, like, a trainer or anybody that taught me the game. He was the one that kind of did all of that for me.
What are some of the things how would you categorize, some of the people that brought you up in basketball, what were some of the things that they taught you that's allowed you to get to this point in your career?
Yeah. Yeah, I know for my dad, like, he always told me to outwork anybody. Like, anybody that's in the gym with you, like, it doesn't matter what it was. Like, we could have been playing we could have been going bowling or something. Like, you're going to outwork him and do whatever it takes to, win. And that's kind of what we did. We would get up at 6 a.m. like every morning, even as like a 9-year-old. I was up at 6 a.m. running up and down the streets of our neighborhood, jump roping, stuff like that. So he always made sure that anyone that was in front of me, anybody that was in the same gym as me, that I needed to outwork them. And that's kind of the main thing that I took from that.
You guys have got Bellarmine coming up tomorrow night at McHale Center, final non-conference game before the Big 12 part of the schedule begins Monday night here against Utah. Let's talk about a couple of the other young ladies that have kind of stepped through. Tanya Welch had a really huge game on Monday, first double-double of the season for her. What do you see in Tanyelle and what she's been able to bring?
Oh, yeah. She's just so relentless. Like, it doesn't matter if she's scoring 20 or she's scoring 2. She's going to go give you everything that she has out there. They say she has quote unquote pogo sticks for legs. So yeah, she'll get up and go get some boards. Like, she'll do whatever it takes for us to win. And she just plays so hard. And I know she takes a lot of pride on the defensive end, which is something that I definitely look up to her in that aspect, because I definitely want to get on that level too. So yeah, I love T.
I remember one of the things we talked about when we sat down before the season was just kind of how all these pieces were going to come together and to try to make a cohesive unit. Where would you say that's at right now as you guys get ready to go into the Big 12 play?
Yeah, I think just overall, like our cohesive, like it's been a cohesive unit. Like like I said before, like I think we're starting to learn each other's strengths, weaknesses, and just building the bond outside of the gym and outside of the court. Also, that helps a lot on the court, whether people know that or not. But yeah, I think our team chemistry has been great. I think that just moving forward, we're just trying to, like I said, be better on that defensive end, and that comes with a lot of communication with each other. It comes with helping your teammates out on the defensive end, getting in those gaps, and, just playing as a team.
Now, last week I saw some pictures and video of Coach out there with the green jersey kind of rolling through practice with you guys. What was that like? Was she guarding you at all? Did you score on her?
See, this is the thing about Coach Burke. Coach Burke didn't do any defense, so she was only on the offensive end. So don't let her try to tell y'all she was on the defensive end. No, she was just half-court offense and then took the jersey and put it away. So, but, I was on her a lot that practice, and I will say she didn't get 1 3 up on me. I can't speak for the rest, but I know for a fact she didn't get a 3 up on me. So that's all I got to say about that one.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Mickey, like, what's the when you guys finally get out on the road here coming up on New Year's Eve for the game in Colorado? What do you think that's going to be? You guys haven't gotten on a plane yet. Yeah, you guys think
I know.
You guys remember how to fly?
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I did a lot of years of basketball, so I would hope I would know. But yeah, I can't wait. Away trips are always a time and experience, and just a time to lock in and get a road dubs because those are hard to get, and that's what we want to do this year.
There you go. All right. Well, Bellarmine tomorrow night at the arena, 6 o'clock, McHale Center. Our coverage on Freedom 1400 begins at 5:45. Derek Palmer will have the call. Mickey, always great to get a chance to talk to you. We got to keep that OHIO thing going with bringing some more ladies like you and Denia out from the great state of Ohio to show folks what basketball is really all about.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Michaela Purdue, Mickey, leading scorer for your Arizona Wildcats women's basketball team. Again, get out and see these ladies game tomorrow night, and then the Big 12 opener on Monday. It's a doubleheader, so that'll be an early game on Monday. It'll be a noon contest. Ladies in the afternoon, fellows in the evening. So a great chance to get out for some doubleheader basketball on Monday at McHale Center.
It almost sounded earlier like you said Michaela Center.
She keeps playing like that. It might be Michaela Center for sure. She keeps putting up 30-point games. Like I think she's. Let me just check. I'm trying to get to her box score, but it's not coming up here. I think she's got at least 3 or at least 2. I know she's got 2 30-point games, maybe 3 already this season. So that's good to see. She came in as a scorer, and she's really had the opportunity to prove that so far here in the early portion of the schedule. DK on the Sports Tip. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. New wreck just reported Oracle and McGee. McGee and Oracle had that crash. We have that crash. Oracle and Orange Grove and Oracle. Backups for each direction of travel. Oracle and Orange Grove. Also wrecks Broadway and Aviation Parkway and westbound I-10 at the State Route 83 on-ramp. Backups eastbound I-10 near Emparita Road with road work. 49 the overnight low, 76 mostly sunny tomorrow, 75 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Presenting A Gain Flings Love Story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
The holidays are here, and so are the Red Tag savings on new Chevrolets at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on the latest Silverado, Equinox, and Traverse models, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing on brand new Chevys and unwrap great holiday deals and unbeatable pricing all season long. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our Black Friday week of savings has been extended into December. Right now, every set of tires is on sale, and you can stack on manufacturer's rebates for even more savings, up to $180 more. We've also got popular maintenance services at up to 50% off to get you road trip ready for your holiday travel. And beyond the amazing low total tire prices, we'll include Jack's Plus Pack, a dozen tire-related services like touchless mounting, computerized balancing, new rubber stems, including the reset for tire pressure monitoring systems. Plus, you'll also get a lifetime of tire maintenance, rotations, rebalancing, and tire repairs. Jack's Plus Pack is a $249 value, and it's included with your new set of tires. We'll even throw in a free wheel alignment check if you want it, and it's all at the guaranteed lowest price. Get ready for holiday travel at any of Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 area locations. Call, stop by, or visit us online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
I have a great idea.
Oh boy.
Here it comes. Let's go caroling.
Don't wanna.
Gary, I love the holiday spirit, but this is a busy time at Alaskan AC.
Don't wanna.
Folks are calling for repairs. We have Alaska vacations to do.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, and that. I don't wanna.
Oh, come on. Here, look at the sheet music. This song?
Oh, I see where you're going.
It goes like this.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Ah, yes. Really get you in the spirit.
I'm not sure we should go door to door and
That's
sing.
a great idea. We'll go door to door and sing. A 1 and a 2.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
We'll get snowballs thrown at us.
People will have snow brought in just to throw at us. You guys are on the naughty list.
I'm good with that.
Makes no difference to me. Oh, Grinch. Schedule an Alaska vacation at AlaskanAC.com.
Clicks don't show the full picture, but Cumulus Digital does. We show you exactly who saw your ad by name and address, and our campaigns beat industry benchmarks by over 25%. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to start outperforming.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons has not yet had surgery following his ACL tear. Head coach Matt LaFleur said Parsons is back in Dallas for the birth of his child, but that he expects Parsons to stay around the team during the remainder of the season. Rams receiver Devontae Adams has not practiced this week following the hamstring injury he suffered on Sunday. However, head coach Sean McVay is not ruling him out yet for that crucial divisional matchup against the Seahawks on Thursday night. Elsewhere, Bears quarterback Caleb Williams is feeling confident as his team battles for the NFC North title. He said, quote, "If I play like I played last game or better, we have a real shot to do whatever we want in this league." And Bengals head coach Zach Taylor confirmed that quarterback Joe Burrow will start the final 3 games of the season, saying the team still wants to win. Cincinnati was eliminated from the playoffs on Sunday. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
So Mickey Purdue has 2 30-point games so far this season. She's averaging 19 points per game at the moment for Arizona. She scored 31 in game 2 of the season against UC Irvine and 34 against Chicago State. She has games now, the last 2 games she scored 27 against Eastern Kentucky and 34 against Chicago State. She also has 2 27-point games so far this season. Her lowest scoring game was against Northern Colorado. She only had 2 points in that game. So she's I think they've played 10 games, if I'm not mistaken. She's had just 2 games of which she has not scored over double digits. And one of them was that game against New Mexico we talked about her with, where she went 1 for 9, and that was one of the games that Arizona lost so far this season. So again, she's going to be critical, and if she can defend at the other end of the floor, like what we saw against Chicago State, she could put herself in a nice conversation for being one of the top players in the Big 12 this season. Bellarmine tomorrow night at 6, and then Utah at noon to open up Big 12 conference play on Monday afternoon at McHale Center. And then the first road trip, they'll leave on Tuesday. Well, actually, it'll be 9 days after that. The following Tuesday, they'll be off for 9 days until playing on New Year's Eve down at Colorado. And then they'll go to Texas Tech. So they'll be at Colorado and then at Texas Tech, home to BYU, Central Florida, at TCU, home to Kansas. Road trips to Iowa State and Arizona State, home to Oklahoma State and Kansas State, at West Virginia, Cincinnati, home to Arizona State and Colorado, and then Baylor at Baylor, home to Houston, at Utah to end the regular season, heading into the Big 12 women's basketball tournament in Kansas City. What awaits this team, we're not sure. Again, they were preseason picked to finish 14th out of 16 teams. Arizona State, of course, they hired a new coach, Molly Miller from Grand Canyon, and they are playing very well up the street there as well. So, in fact, I don't think they've lost yet. Best start in school history for their women's basketball program up there. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, they're playing, and they've played maybe a few more better teams than Arizona to this point, but still a lighter schedule for them as well. So we'll see how good they really are once the conference starts flying. But right now, there are 4 undefeated teams in the Big 12 on the women's side, and Arizona State is one of those 4 at 13-0, along with Texas Tech. How about Texas Tech? Texas Tech was like one of the worst teams in the league last year, and they're 13-0. Iowa State, we knew they were going to be good, and then they are 12-0. And TCU, we knew they were going to be good, and they are 12-0. But ASU and Texas Tech, the surprises so far in this early part of the non-conference for Arizona women's basketball.
To be fair,
Big 12 women's basketball.
Texas Tech was 11-2 non-conference last year. 11-2.
Right.
And then they finished 4-14 in the conference.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times this time of year, it's really based on who you schedule early in the season, right? Based on your record. Now, that being said, I mean, Iowa State and TCU are both top 10 ranked teams right now in the AP poll. Curious that Arizona State and Texas Tech are not ranked, even though they're both 13-0, DK. It must be a strength of schedule thing.
So they're playing, they beat, let's see, here's who Texas Tech. They played Mississippi State. They beat Mississippi State. New Mexico, same team that Arizona played. They beat them by 25 points. The team that Arizona lost to at home by 3, Texas Tech went on the road and beat them by 25. They also beat Adia Barnes by 31 at home. SMU went in there, and Texas Tech beat them by 31.
I mean, Texas Tech's football team, DK, if people didn't know, had the second most NIL spend to the University of Texas at Austin. So, I mean, clearly the Texas Tech Red Raiders athletic department, DK, is opening up the purses because that's the era we're in. You go 4-14 in the conference, you get a couple of really good players to complement the young players you have, and you can turn it right around.
I don't think they've had a close game. I think their closest game this year so far has been, the Mississippi State game they won by 7.
Yeah, Abilene Christian they beat by 10.
Yeah, Abilene Christian by 10. So they have not had a lot of close games. So it'll be interesting to see. They got a new coach again. They have a new coach down there, Texas Tech, and so and same thing with ASU. New coaches, new blood, new invigoration, and both those teams playing kind of well right now. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get into conference.
SMU 5-6.
SMU is 5-6. Yeah, that was a rebuild as well. So some rebuilds are better than others. For sure. We'll keep an eye on Adia and her squad as well as they go along this season. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. So there was a press conference down in San Diego yesterday for the Holiday Bowl, although there's no video or anything of it in terms of us being able to tell you or let you hear what Brent Brennan had to say. But one of the things he had to say that people were talking about today is that he's they're still kind of figuring out who's going to play and who's not going to play.
Yeah.
In the bowl game coming up on January 2nd. And so that's, they started practicing. There was a practice yesterday, unfortunately, because of game day. It was open to the media, but I was not able to get over there for the practice yesterday because of basketball game day. But just from some of the pictures I saw, it seemed like pretty much most of the guys of note were out there. But apparently there are still a lot of decisions that are being made in terms of who is in and who is out. So we'll kind of see how that flows.
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that this portal era coincides with bowl games, right? Because all these players have to make business decisions, DK, rather than go with their, teammates off to win a 10th game, right? And I think, we all want the players to be able to have the opportunity to get NILs and such. It's just unfortunate that these negotiations go on during the season, right? In the middle of the postseason, more or less.
Yep. So we'll keep you up to date on everything that's happening there as Arizona gets set for SMU. Speaking of SMU, they'll play the football SMU Mustangs coming up. That is so January 2nd. This is the first time. This is actually the first time that this bowl game has been in January. First Holiday Bowl to be played in the month of January, as it has traditionally been the few days after the Christmas holiday. But this year, January 2nd, so first time it's happening there. We'll have more on the festivities and everything that's happening down there as well as we get you over the course of the next few weeks. All right, we are joined by the third member of our team today. Cricket is in the building. Cricket, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Oh, we're hanging in there. It's Christmas time. Have you got all your shopping done?
No.
No.
No. I'm just not into it this year.
You're not into it?
No, I mean, I'm doing the things,
right.
But it's just, I don't know. I don't mean to be grinchy at all.
Right.
I don't like not being into it. But
somebody get Cricket some tinsel and some popcorn on a string. Stat.
Glitter everywhere for everyone. I don't know the rest. That song.
Mr. Grinch. Mrs. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a. Well, I don't know that part.
I like
10-foot
Ebenezer Scrooge
automobile. Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh man, that's scary. I always thought that was like kind of weird, like scary. Bringing ghosts back and all that kind of thing.
Sure, but I mean the concept being like same thing. Like,
Yeah,
he is the Grinch.
he was not a fun man, was he not? Ebenezer Scrooge.
He didn't like Christmas. No.
He did not like Christmas whatsoever. He did not like that whatsoever.
But then he learned the error of his ways, and that's the story.
That's the moral of the story.
The moral of the story is he learned the error of his ways. So I am not. My wife did most of the buying. So in fact, I had to go through a checklist with her this morning. I said, so who do I have left now that I still have to buy for? So I think I've got. She basically took care of everything. She is Mrs. I call her Mrs. Amazon because everything is on Amazon now. It's like that takes the fun out of it. Like I have to have at least a day or two where I go walk the mall. And I just go into store. I can't to me, buying all Christmas. And then granted, we're buying for people that are in other parts of the country. So it's different because we have to send it or whatever not. And it's just easier to buy it online and have them send it versus us having it come here and then us sending it. But I have to for her and for my mom and for other people, I just have to go. I have to have that feel of being in the mall and seeing the tree and hearing the music and seeing the people. If I don't get that at least once or twice, it doesn't feel like Christmas to me.
Oh, okay.
I got news for you, man. You said everything's on Amazon now. It's been that way for 10 years. So this is not a new thing. It's yeah.
Yeah. Well, I try to not get everything. Are you an Amazon? Do you do Amazon at all?
I do some stuff on Amazon.
Okay.
Bought some local stuff this year too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is there places or local places that you want to shout out that have good Christmas stuff to get?
Well, the
always
girls,
Trident. Every time you ask her to shout something out, Trident.
I love me some Trident. The girls wanted experiences this year, so I got them like a board and brush creative. They're up in Oro Valley. Got them that, and then they're doing a Turkish mosaic lamp workshop thing, and they're going to make like a mosaic lamp.
Very cool.
Okay.
So bought those at locally, so they can go do that.
I think I just got the 2-minute notice for 2-minute warning for you to get out of here. So
did Buzz text you?
I don't know. Somebody came. I think it was Dale came up and put 2 fingers up. I don't know what that means. I guess that means 2 minutes. So
it means
give
stop
us
selling.
the traffic and go do somebody else's.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Houghton and Rita Road in Houghton. There was a structure fire reported. Expect fire crews on scene. Collisions that are clearing at Broadway and Aviation Parkway, Oracle and McGee. Also Oracle and Orange Grove, a bad collision at the intersection. Backups at Orange Grove and Oracle. Southbound and eastbound travel being diverted again at Orange Grove and Oracle. 49 the overnight low, 76 mostly sunny tomorrow, and 75 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Discover luxury at BMW of Tucson, your premier BMW dealership. Explore our extensive inventory, lease specials, and state-of-the-art service. Visit us at the Tucson Auto Mall or at bmwoftucson.com today.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The holiday season is about family and friends, coworkers, parties, and gifts that we send. So saving big money is important to all. Up to 40% if you make the right call at Tobacco Barn. This holiday season, remember, you can save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products at Tobacco Barn. Plus, up to $20 in city and state sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Hey, even Santa likes saving big money at Tobacco Barn.
Ho, ho, ho. Miss Claus loves it here.
So save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products. Save up to $20 in state sales tax. Pay no city sales tax. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Saving this much money, even Santa's elves have been spotted shopping at Tobacco Barn.
What is going on in here?
Happy holidays from Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our Black Friday week of savings has been extended into December. Right now, every set of tires is on sale, and you can stack on manufacturer's rebates for even more savings, up to $180 more. We've also got popular maintenance services at up to 50% off to get you road trip ready for your holiday travel. And beyond the amazing low total tire prices, we'll include Jack's Plus Pack, a dozen tire-related services like touchless mounting, computerized balancing, new rubber stems, including the reset for tire pressure monitoring systems. Plus, you'll also get a lifetime of tire maintenance, rotations, rebalancing, and tire repairs. Jack's Plus Pack is a $249 value, and it's included with your new set of tires. We'll even throw in a free wheel alignment check if you want it. And it's all at the guaranteed lowest price. Get ready for holiday travel at any of Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 area locations. Call, stop by, or visit us online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Hold up. That wasn't Santa's sleigh. That was a Blazer EV flying off the lot at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag pricing on the latest electric Chevys, and yes, we have the inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and supercharge your holidays with shockingly great deals that'll make your own gas tank jealous. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. EVs at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
This is Andrew Bogish with a Sports Minute. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said yesterday the league will make a decision on expansion next year, with Seattle and Las Vegas the likely destinations. Please don't. As much as I'd love to see the NBA back in Seattle, none of our major leagues need any more teams. There are too many bad organizations already and other problems to solve, like officiating and economic imbalances. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this football season unforgettable. Enjoy our all-new app design and same-game parlay builder, which will take your experience to a new level. Earn BetMGM rewards points from your bets. Take advantage of football promos found nowhere else, like a second chance offer on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Arizona only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Carolina Panthers back on the field today trying to erase the memory of how Sunday's game ended.
It's an empty set. Shuck the snap. He's going to run it straight up the middle. He goes down. Flag down. The Panthers might get called for a late hit. Oh, no. He dove down inside the 45-yard line. There's 9 seconds on the clock. Chuck went into the slide. Lathan Ransom hit him late.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 22. This is a 15-yard penalty enforcing the end of the run with an automatic first down.
Yeah, that penalty at the end of the game on South Point Catholic's Lathan Ransom allowed the Saints to extend their drive and kick a field goal that would end up being the game winner on Sunday. And the Panthers, who had a chance to put themselves in a preem spot to win the division now, they still have everything in front of them. They still have 2 games against Tampa Bay, but they could have clinched the division. Had they'd won on Sunday against New Orleans, they could have clinched the division with a win over Tampa Bay this Sunday in Charlotte. But for the moment, both teams sitting at 7-7, tied atop the NFC South. Now, you heard after the ball game, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play you, in case you missed it, I'll play that from this side, Jada. I'm going to play you what Eugene Robinson is, a former Carolina Panthers player. He's an analyst on the postgame show, and I want to play you first what he said after the game about Lathan Ransom's late hit.
I'm just mad. Jake Delhomme said something about the rookie mistake with Ransom, and I just don't buy that. I can't buy the rookie mistake, because when you get to this point, and at this point in the season, you know that everything that you do is on the line. You know that. You know that when you're in there, you're going to be talking amongst yourself, saying like this, hey, we got to get him down. We got to do this. We got to be doing. You're going to be talking about situations and scenarios. And so that has to be one of them, that don't get a late hit. Don't, if he's going down, just tag him. It has to be one of the things that you talk about. And so I just don't buy that, like, the rookie mistake, because when you were a senior in college, everybody was talking about this. He's a senior college, and he's he knows a lot, and he doesn't make these rookie mistakes, and you say all that type of stuff. You can learn enough from everybody else, and you already had a play where Derek Brown had a play. Mm-hmm. We hit the quarterback, so that had to be a point of emphasis. It had to be. So I'm just not buying it, and I'm a Ransom fan, but I'm just saying I'm hurt right now, because Ransom, you should have easily laid off for the quarterback and make it a 62, 63-yard field goal at best right there. Yeah. So, that's where I'm at.
Frustrating.
Dude.
So that was Eugene Robinson after the game on Sunday. And then, of course, Panther Talk, we air it here during the week. It airs right now on Monday nights ahead of Monday Night Football. Robinson asked head coach Dave Canales for his assessment of the Lathan Ransom hit.
Let's talk about Mr. Ransom. What did you tell Mr. Ransom? I know he had to feel extremely hurt about the situation.
Yeah, with Derek's and with Lathan's, those are really challenging situations, as you know, Eugene, as a defender, and you have a quarterback who's very mobile, and especially in Lathan's, circumstance, every yard matters. They're trying to get into field goal range right there, and they had that play call right there to get down and kill it, and Lathan's showing up for the tackle to make sure the guy doesn't get an extra 5. It was a late slide, which is fine technique by the quarterback, and it's a split decision that you have to make to try to avoid contact to that upper body area, in any way, shape, or form, and a really challenging spot right there that made their field goal easier.
There you go. It's again, and if you, like I said, if you go back and you watch the play, it's tough. It's a tough situation. You got a running quarterback who's trying to get yards, but you got to, if you're playing defense. I mean, if you're playing defense in today's football, I don't care what level it is. If you're playing defense in high school, pee-wee, youth football, college, NFL, you got to know that if the quarterback is sliding, that you cannot hit him. You just cannot hit him. Tap him down or whatever to indicate that he's on the ground and his movement is stopped. but you cannot launch into him like Lathan Ransom did in that game on Sunday. And that's, again, it's a difficult lesson that young man has to learn, and hopefully one that he will not make moving forward, because he's got the reputation. Again, that's the reputation of being a hard hitter. That's part of what has gotten Lathan Ransom to the National Football League. He's a young man that plays with a lot of intensity from the safety spot, but you have just got to know when to bring that intensity and when not to, and that's one lesson that rookie learned in that critical situation last Sunday.
That's such a great way to put it, because that hit, DK, looked like a message. Like he was sending a message, like, you better not try to run up here again. I'm going to lay you out like this, right? Like that was a purposeful tackle. And in that situation where they're just trying to, eke out every single yard they can to make it a shorter field goal, certainly when he goes toes first slide, just touch him when he's down, play's over.
All right, Sunday, it's the Panthers and the Buccaneers at 11 a.m. right here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Let's get your Panthers report for today.
This Panther Update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
Panthers and Buccaneers will be seeing plenty of each other over the next few weeks, with 2 of their final 3 games against each other and a division championship on the line. I'm Jim Zoki with a Panthers Update after this.
Charlotte's momentum has a name. UNC Charlotte, 32,000 students strong, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities, recognized at the highest level for research, unmatched access to Fortune 500 companies, built for a top-tier city. This isn't typical higher ed. The difference is scale. The difference is momentum. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
A pair of 7 and 7 teams will square off on Sunday at Bank of America Stadium as the co-leaders of the NFC South play the first of 2 games against each other. Carolina fell back into a first-place tie by losing a close contest at New Orleans last weekend. Cornerback Mike Jackson says they need to put that one behind them and focus on what's in front of them.
Even if we won the game, we still would have to beat Temple. So we just got to beat them twice now. It's life in the NFL. Like, no matter it's ups and downs, like, you can't really get too emotional about it. Like, that's just how it goes.
Over the last 8 games, Carolina has stayed in a win-1, lose-1 pattern. Coach Dave Canales says staying consistently on the winning side is what they are trying to learn.
We owe it to ourselves to just show up with that consistency all the way through for all the hard work that's been put into it. And that's the part that hopefully we understand. And we know what's in front of us right here with the Bucs. And we know the opportunity we have to come play in Bank of America Stadium, to be at home here for this game, and to get back on track with our football.
The Buccaneers have lost 5 of their last 6 games coming into this one, but Tampa Bay has won the last 5 meetings in this series. I'm Jim Zoki on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther Update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte, built for a top-tier city. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
All right, NFL Thursday Night Football kicks off week number 16 of the season. We'll have that game for you right here on Wildcats Radio 1290 tomorrow night as well, as Tommy Lloyd's show this week moves to tonight at the Union Public House, coming up at 6:05 with Brian Jeffries. So head on over and get a chance to speak with the head coach of the 10-0 and number 1 ranked Arizona men's basketball team. It'll be the Rams and the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football, with coverage beginning at 5:30 tomorrow night. And then, of course, I mentioned Panthers football Sunday morning, coverage at 10 a.m. with countdown to kickoff 11 a.m. With kickoff for the Panthers and the Buccaneers. And then, of course, Sunday Night Football right back with you here on Wildcats Radio 1290 as well. It'll be the Patriots on the road at 11-3 against the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be an interesting one, because the Ravens are in a position where they have to win games. They are a game behind the Steelers. Only one team out of that division is likely going to go to the playoffs. And so the Ravens are in a situation where they kind of have to win out. They have to win out and hope they get some help to be able to catch the Steelers and get back in to the postseason. Not an easy task against a Patriots team that has rebuilt themselves to be back to being among one of the better teams in the AFC. Did you see the stat came obviously with the Chiefs loss over the weekend? The Chiefs are out of the postseason for the first time in some 11 or 12 years. And the thing that was making the rounds on Sunday night is this is the first playoffs since like the early 90s or something of that nature, or 20-something years, that's not going to include Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Peyton Manning. I think it goes back to 1998. So that, what would that be? 27 years? Is that right, if my UI math is correct? The first playoff without one of those three legendary Hall of Fame quarterbacks. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, we've been in the era of the quarterback league, right? So it makes sense that three of the greatest to ever do it would have led their teams. And, I mean, it's not surprising to me that the Chiefs have gotten a little bit older, maybe a step slower. But it's shocking when you see that length of 11 straight years, CK. Think about that. I mean, we know the division titles or whatever, but that is the ultimate parity league. That's the ultimate, we're 4-12 this year. Next year, we're going to be title contenders. The Buffalo Bills have the current longest streak. 6 years.
6 years. Yeah. And what was funny about that was that, like, the first thing I saw was that this was the first playoff in a number of years without Brady and Mahomes. Then they added, the next tweet was like they added Brady, Mahomes, Manning.
Why don't we put like Montana and like, let's keep going back. Let's just keep going back.
Exactly. That's what I was like. That's what I was like. So when I saw the next one, I was like, so who's the fourth quarterback we can add to that to tack on another 10 years to this run? Who would that be? Right there. Funny stuff.
Let's see. Elway and then into Montana. They had some long streaks as well.
Oh, they did. They did for sure. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290. One more hour of the show to go. We look forward to hearing from you. Head on over to Twitter and get in on our question of the day. Is Toby Waka the strongest Arizona Wildcats player you've ever seen? I'll give you the early results on that when we come back. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. With collisions that are reported along Oracle at the Oro Valley Marketplace entrance, Oracle and McGee, some southbound backups. Also Oracle and Orange Grove, backups at that intersection, southbound and eastbound travel diverted at Orange Grove and Oracle. 49 the overnight low, 76 mostly sunny tomorrow, and 74 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our Black Friday week of savings has been extended into December. Right now, every set of tires is on sale, and you can stack on manufacturer's rebates for even more savings, up to $180 more. We've also got popular maintenance services at up to 50% off to get you road trip ready for your holiday travel. And beyond the amazing low total tire prices, we'll include Jack's Plus Pack, a dozen tire-related services like touchless mounting, computerized balancing, new rubber stems, including the reset for tire pressure monitoring systems. Plus, you'll also get a lifetime of tire maintenance, rotations, rebalancing, and tire repairs. Jack's Plus Pack is a $249 value, and it's included with your new set of tires. We'll even throw in a free wheel alignment check if you want it. And it's all at the guaranteed lowest price. Get ready for holiday travel at any of Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 area locations. Call, stop by, or visit us online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" Such a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
The holidays are here, and so are the Red Tag savings on new Chevrolets at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on the latest Silverado, Equinox, and Traverse models, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing on brand new Chevys and unwrap great holiday deals and unbeatable pricing all season long. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 3 of our show on this Wednesday. So glad you could be with us. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us. You can text us at that number. Arizona football headed to the Holiday Bowl, back on the practice field as they begin those preparations. You get 15 practices during this time frame now as you prepare for a bowl game. So looking forward to seeing the Wildcats and how they come out of this opportunity to go down to San Diego and battle against Southern Methodist. That'll be on January the 2nd coming up. We, of course, will have coverage that day for you. I believe the game is set for 6 o'clock our time, which is obviously 5 o'clock on the San Diego side of things. And so we'll be on the air around 1:30 in the afternoon on January 2nd with your Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number. Don't forget, head on over right now to our Twitter account and get in on our question of the day. We started the program chatting about this. Is Toby Awaka the strongest Arizona Wildcats men's basketball player you've ever seen? Is he the strongest? Right now, 100% of the people saying yes. Grown man strength for Toby Awaka.
We did have a caller just call in. He couldn't get on the air. His name is Ty, and he says that it's a dumb question.
It's a dumb question.
And that we should be talking about the X's and O's. And I tried to explain to him that we did 3 hours of pregame and 2 hours of postgame yesterday. And this is just a silly question, for our afternoon drive time show. But here's the thing, DK. I mean, strength is a big part of the reason why they're the number 1 ranked team in the country and why they just defeated 5 top 25 teams. I mean, if you look back at those games, and obviously Toby Awaka isn't the sole reason for that. It's across the board. The style and physicality that they play with, I mean, they're dominating the glass. They're dominating the paint. And, that's a big reason why they've been so successful so far this year. And it's, again, not just Tobe, but Tobe, with his strong hands, gets every single rebound while he's in there, DK. And Mo Krivas and Koa Pete also, bringing that rebounding physicality to the table. It may be the strongest team, right? I mean, that's one thing we haven't really talked about either is, Jaden Bradley is very, deceptively strong. If you look at how much contact he takes on his drives, and when he gets in the lane, it's hard to knock him off his path because he's very balanced and very strong. He's got senior strength, DK. And obviously Koa Pete, Braden Burries, Ivan Karchenkov. I mean, those three guys alone, not to mention Aristode, may be the strongest freshman class that I've ever seen come in at this level. So strength across the board is a huge reason why this team is so effective at what they do and why they don't need to shoot 33-pointers a game to win games.
Did Ty not want to answer the question?
Ty didn't want to get on the air. He just basically was telling me that it was a dumb question and that we shouldn't be asking dumb questions. We should be talking about the X's and O's and about the game last night.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ty, for your thoughts on that.
We always appreciate all input.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we do. For sure. All right. One thing that's going to be coming up here that you're probably not aware of, you may be aware of, we've been kind of putting out information on it for the course of the last few weeks, but there's going to be some changes coming up in terms of the programming on Wildcats Radio 1290. Westwood One is beginning their own network, and that is going to be about 12 days from now. So you've got, you've heard, if you listen to some of the shows, you've begun to hear some of the hosts talk about what their futures are going to be.
Lots of goodbyes.
Yeah, a lot of goodbyes in that realm. And so just to kind of keep you abreast of everything that's happening, we got more information today. David Shepard, who you hear a lot on the overnights, on the weekends, announced that he will not be moving forward with the new Westwood One Sports Network. Yeah, Shep, the Good Shepherd, as his program is known. Actually, he's one of the ones I really enjoy listening to.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Because I'm usually up late, and he's usually on after our coverage. Like, I think he was on, yesterday, I think he was on, might have been on last night, but definitely on the weekends when we have a late game. He's usually the person that comes on after us. So I'll be in my office finishing up work, and so I'll hear him. Very even-keeled type of host, and always have enjoyed his program and the way that he interacts with his listeners. But unfortunately, again, Westwood One is going in a different direction. They are trying to maybe find a different niche of talk show host, and so some different things are going to be happening. They have brought on a young man named Drake C. Toll, who's going to be essentially doing the morning show Eastern time. Now, for us, that'll be kind of the late overnight shift. He'll be on from, I believe, like 3 in the morning until 6. So you'll have to get up really early in the morning.
So he'll be talking about how terrible the Knicks are, or how great the Knicks are, basically.
I don't know. Apparently, he is from Arkansas, and he hosts the Locked On Big 12 podcast, which my understanding is the top podcast within the Locked On. If you're familiar with the podcasting world,
I just see the Connecticut guy.
All
I ever see is the Connecticut guy.
The Locked On. UConn Huskies?
Yeah, well, I think he hosts a lot of the national stuff because each have their own individual school-based podcast, but then they come together and do national stories.
Yes, I think the gentleman that hosts the Wildcats is from, I think he's up in Seattle or something like that. It's not one of the local folks around here, but they have a number of different Locked On podcasts, and apparently the Big 12 one is one of the best, and so he is going to be the new morning host on this Westwood One network. We understand that your favorite guy is going to be. Let me see if I can. I gotta find this.
My favorite guy.
Your favorite guy. Hold on, give me a second here.
There's so many.
I'll punch it up here as soon as I can get to it. If I can find that file here. I think it's this one right here.
Network. Still a threat to overtake Calvin Johnson's. Brad Evans here to help them beat the Bulls with the BetMGM Network. still a threat to overtake Calvin Johnson's all-time single-season receiving yards mark, and with a number 1 seed, the NFC on the line. Seattle's Jackson Smith.
I've never said anything bad about Brad Stevens, right?
Brad Evans.
Brad Evans.
Brad
Excuse me.
Evans.
Mr. Evans. Yeah, I've never said anything negative about him. All I said was that's a real FM DJ voice. That's all. That's all I said.
Want to beat the books? Download the BetMGM app today.
Yeah, so Brad Evans is going to be doing the night show on this new network with Pat Boyle, who is currently overnight. So Pat Boyle will be continuing. He was just recently hired. I was hoping they would give him a job since they just hired him. That would really stink if you got hired by one network in like February. I think because he started because Amy Lawrence left after the Super Bowl. So then he started, I think, maybe like it wasn't even right away, but it was probably like March or April. And now all of a sudden, the network you started with is gone. But Pat Boyle will be on the night shift. So you'll hear a lot of them. They'll be kind of in the their show's actually going to lengthen. So there'll be actually only one show from what right now you've got JR Sport Brief, who comes on after us for a couple of hours during this time of the year, 1 hour during the summer, and then Bart Winkler. But JR has not said anything about what his future is, so I don't know yet. Bart Winkler came out and said that he will not be obviously continuing with the new network. So the BetMGM, it's going to be called BetMGM Tonight. Now, several of the shows are sponsored by BetMGM, which is obviously the casino and that is run by MGM Grand in Las Vegas. But those are not going to be strictly betting shows. They're going to be general sports talk shows. They're just sponsored by BetMGM Network, much like our play of the day is sponsored by BetMGM. Well, it'll be BetMGM, not BetMGM Network, because the actual network part of that is going away with Infinity Sports Network to merge and form Westwood One Sports. And it'll be Westwood One Sports, not Westwood One Sports Network. Jim Rome obviously will be the flagship the afternoon drive host. So you'll continue to hear Jim Rome, and we expect to hear the rest of the lineup announced tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, the rest of the announcement. My understanding, I'm hearing rumors that Maggie, I think it's Maggie Davis is her name, from Maggie and Perloff is expected to be on board with the new network. I'm not sure, however, if Perloff is going to be on board with the new network. And Bill Ryder has announced in the morning that he will not be moving forward as well. So there'll be, some different things in them. There'll be some type of different morning show. I think the morning show and then the after, whatever the midday leading into Jim Rome are the two shows that they are still waiting to announce. So we'll find a little bit more out tomorrow. So if you have any questions on that, feel free to text us at 520-848-1290. But we just wanted to be transparent and keep you up to date on everything that is happening with the formation of this new network, Westwood One Sports, which goes into effect on December the 29th. Obviously, Rich Eisen will be leaving. We've told you about that. Rich Eisen went back to ESPN, and so ESPN has control of his show. So actually, it's really weird now because Rich Eisen is airing on two stations in the Tucson market currently. But we will end our run with Rich Eisen next Friday, December the 26th.
I mean, since you came back to radio, this is the third network, right?
Yeah, because it was CBS Sports.
The Arizona Wildcats are no longer in the Pac-12. It's like change, man. It comes at you fast.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of change for sure. You got to be, what do they say? You got to be an amoeba nowadays in this business if you want to continue amongst all of that change.
To follow that analogy, that means you get cut in half and then you grow another limb off of yourself?
Something of
like,
that
how's
nature.
that work?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Because that's what happens. A lot of these guys, you get, because even like with, I think, Bart Winkler, he got laid off a few years ago and then he came back. So, that's kind of how it works in this business. You get laid off, you come back, you leave. I'm a perfect example of that. I've worked at 3 of the 4 TV stations in this market and now one of the 3 sports radio stations in this market. So you just kind of adapt and go where the opportunities are and all of that.
That's what happens when you have a passion for covering the Arizona Wildcats and Southern Arizona athletes.
Yeah, there you go. For sure. It's been a lot of fun, though. 520-848-1290. So again, December 29th, that'll be a Monday. Monday, December 29th is when all of that will start. We will be just kind of to continue. We will be on the air. Well, obviously that's game day. So we have a game that day. So you'll hear some of the shows, obviously, during the morning, maybe not during the evening, because I think that's a normal 7 o'clock game. So we'll be on the air probably around 3:30 on Monday, December the 29th with Arizona men's basketball. And then we will have shows that week, Tuesday and Wednesday, leading into the bowl game. New Year's Eve, obviously, we'll have a show, and then off on New Year's Eve, and then bowl coverage for you on Friday, January the 2nd. And then everything will get going full go on Monday, January the 5th, in terms of the full launching of the new network here on Wildcats Radio 1290. So there you go. Any questions? Feel free. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. A couple of things of other interest. We talked with James Mackey last week of the Tucson Roadrunners. They split their series over the weekend with Bakersfield. They just cannot get like anything going in terms of like a run. They win one, they lose one. They generally play 2-game series every weekend with whoever the opponent is in the American Hockey League, and there have been a lot of splits. I would venture to say they have split pretty much every single one of their weekend series with 1 win and 1 loss. But there was at least a lot of scoring. So if you were down at the arena this past weekend, you saw a lot of goals. There were 24 combined goals in the 2 games between Bakersfield and Tucson this weekend. So a ton of scoring, not a lot of defense on the ice this past weekend for the Tucson Roadrunners. The Mammoth, on the other hand, are 500. So, again, everybody's kind of in the same boat. 10-11-3 for the Roadrunners, 16-16-3 for the Mammoth. The Mammoth started the season 8-2. Since then, they have lost 17 of 25. So they've fallen kind of back to the pack in the Western Conference of the NHL. But again, it's still a outfit and a organization that is trending up versus down.
How about the Avalanche though?
Yeah, that's
24-2.
2 games.
24-2.
2 games they've lost. That's insane.
That's crazy
in hockey. Absolutely insane.
Wasn't it just like 2 years ago where someone set the point record? Who was that? Florida.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I mean, that 24-2 has to be on pace to break that record.
I would think. I don't remember exactly what that record was that they set, but I mean, just the way the Avalanche have been playing. And again, that's an organization that has been one of the better organizations in hockey for a number of years, but we have seen nothing like what they're doing this year from them during that.
Bruins, not Florida's, the Bruins.
Oh, yeah, the Bruins.
135. It's like 3 for a win and 1 for a tie, something like that.
Right.
That's the point system. So, yeah, Bruins 135. They were 65-12-5.
65-12-5. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's Bulls-esque for sure. Bulls-esque. All right, DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Much more coming up for you straight ahead. Cricket right now is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. With collisions reported working wrecks Valencia and Cardinal and Valencia, La Cañada and Orange Grove and La Cañada, crash at Wilmot and Golf Links and backups eastbound Golf Links approaching Wilmot, Oracle and McGee, and also had that earlier collision that occurred at Oracle and Orange Grove. And for your weather, 49 the overnight low, 76 mostly sunny tomorrow, and 70 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get 500 points for logging in to the Lowe's app for the first time. Take advantage of all your pro benefits today. Valid 12/1/25 to 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sports books, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be located in Arizona.
I have a great idea.
Oh boy.
Here it comes. Let's go caroling.
Don't wanna.
Gary, I love the holiday spirit, but this is a busy time at Alaskan AC.
Don't wanna.
Folks are calling for repairs. We have Alaska vacations to do.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, and that I don't wanna.
Oh, come on. Here, look at the sheet music.
This song?
Oh, I see where you're going.
It goes like this.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Ah, yes. Really get you in the spirit.
I'm not sure we should go door to door and
That's
sing.
a great idea. We'll go door to door and sing. A 1 and a 2.
If you want your furnace to last all winter long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
We'll get snowballs thrown at us.
People will have snow brought in just to throw at us.
You guys are on the naughty list.
I'm good with that.
Makes no difference to me.
Oh, Grinch. Schedule an Alaska vacation at AlaskanAC.com.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
The holiday season is about family and friends, co-workers, parties, and gifts that we send. So saving big money is important to all. Up to 40% if you make the right call at Tobacco Barn. This holiday season, remember, you can save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products at Tobacco Barn. Plus, up to $20 in city and state sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Hey, even Santa likes saving big money at Tobacco Barn.
Ho, ho, ho. Miss Claus loves it here.
So save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products. Save up to $20 in state sales tax. Pay no city sales tax. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Saving this much money, even Santa's elves have been spotted shopping at Tobacco Barn.
What is going on in here?
Happy holidays from Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia.
Kick off the holiday season with the perfect gift for the soccer fan in your life. Head over to store.ussoccer.com and explore a wide range of official U.S. soccer gear and merch. Whether you're decking the halls or hitting the field, we've got you covered. Show your true colors and share the excitement of U.S. soccer this season. Visit store.ussoccer.com today and score big with your holiday shopping.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports, sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. The NCAA D1 volleyball tournament is down to its final 4 teams. Texas A&M is making its first appearance in the national semifinals after that shocking upset of top overall seed, previously undefeated Nebraska. The Aggies face Pittsburgh tomorrow in Game 1. The Panthers into the Final Four for the 5th consecutive season, but still seeking their first ever NCAA title. Pitt is led by reigning AVCA National Player of the Year, junior Olivia Babcock.
I just think the fact that we're able to just keep doing this just shows how strong of a team we are consistently, and I just feel like we put in so much work this season, so I feel like this season it means a lot more. I don't know why, but it just feels even more special this year.
Tomorrow's second semifinal matchup features Wisconsin battling Kentucky. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Amy Lawrence on Westwood One.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Don't forget Arizona men's basketball on the road, sort of, for their next game Saturday in Phoenix against San Diego State, the Aztecs, who, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, 3 seasons ago, they were a Final Four team. So, again, not a team to snooze on, for sure, when you take on the Aztecs. They've always been a quality opponent that plays good basketball. Should be a fun atmosphere on a Saturday night in downtown Phoenix at the Mortgage Marketplace Arena, or whatever the heck they call it now.
I'm old enough to remember the Claw.
The Claw?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Claw?
The Claw is a player that they had there during a stretch where they won 4 consecutive games versus Arizona.
Oh, wow. That's not... What was the Claw's first name? I don't remember.
Kawhi.
Oh, that was Kawhi. I was about to say, was that Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
I did not know he was.
They had a home and
the
home, and then they met in some tournament, and I think they played in the NCAA tournament.
I think that was right as I was getting here.
Yeah,
Kawhi
Leonard
one
was,
of the games was
a nemesis to the U of A basketball team when he was there playing for the Aztecs.
Good stuff. The Cardinals, on the other hand, the Arizona Cardinals are not very good, and they're playing out the string to this dismal season that they've had to this point. They will be back in action this weekend and at home against Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons. So that's, if there's a positive or a draw, I think this is the second straight year the Falcons have come out here, because I do believe Bijan came out here and played last season in his first NFL rookie year, playing a game here at home in Arizona. So both Bijan and Lathan, both an opportunity to play in their home state this season. Lathan and the Panthers came out earlier in the year and lost a game to the Cardinals, and now the Falcons will play here this coming Sunday. Let's hear as the NFL teams got back to work, because it is Wednesday. So the league work week starts today, and let's hear a little bit from Kelvin Beachum on where this Cardinals team stands right now at 3-11.
Attitude on the team, and the losses are mounting, the struggles are mounting.
Yeah.
Giving up as many points as you had in the last 4 or 6 games.
Yeah.
How's the attitude?
Attitude is we're here to compete at the end of the day. You can't get tied into what the record is, even though it's disappointing at this point. But you got to go week to week, just like if you were winning. You got to find a way to go week to week. You got to continue to find ways to get better. But at the end of the day, this locker room is still going to find ways to compete, still push each other in practice. The coaches are not backing down in any shape, form, or fashion. So we just got to find a way to continue to compete and keep chopping, and hopefully, things turn, the tide for us this week. And then we'll worry about what happens and what needs to occur the following week.
How difficult is it with so many new guys showing up in the offensive line week after week?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, but, I think, Fry and Cook have done a really good job of just finding ways to get everybody ready, whoever needs to be up, whether it's, somebody playing tackle, somebody playing guard, the muscle tight end stuff that we have going on. They've done a really good job of just making sure that we're prepared and prepped for when that opportunity may arise.
No excuses, obviously, in the NFL, but when you have as many injuries as you guys have sustained this year, does it feel like at a certain point, man, we can't keep swimming upstream?
That's everybody has injuries, so you can't use that as a crutch or an excuse. That's part of the National Football League. In the National Football League, there's a 100% injury rate. That's just the nature of this business. But you got to find ways to just maneuver and put things in place that allow you to be successful when your numbers caught up on. So that's not something that we look to. It's a war of attrition. Every team, as you get into the wee weeks of the season, everybody's banged up, everybody's nicked up, and that's just the nature of this business.
What do you appreciate about John Gaines's game, and what do you like specifically? Obviously, you got more of a chance here the last few weeks.
I think he's all the preparation that he's been doing over the past couple of years. Coming off the injuries that he's had, he had some hand stuff going on for a while. So all the little nicks and bruises that he's had over the last couple of years are really paying off because he's came in, he's knows where he needs to be when he needs to be there. I think having a center guard that's playing guard for us right now helps Yoda, so we're able to communicate in a much more efficient and fast manner. So I think having him inside really does help us just from a communication standpoint. But he got his shot, and anytime you get an opportunity, first impressions matter. And I think he's done a really good job with his first impressions.
You were obviously a seventh-round pick yourself who very much established yourself. What is your advice to guys like Josh and Demontre, and what does it take to go from being where they were on draft day to establishing yourself?
The thing is you got to make sure that your first impression counts at the end of the day. You never know when that opportunity is going to arise, and I think, last week both of those guys had an opportunity versus really good pass rushers, the number one defense in the National Football League on the road, to be able to make a great first impression. I think both of them did a superb job.
What did they show you in that game?
At the end of the day, it's about competition. It's about competing. It's about fighting. And at the end of the day, both of those guys did what they needed to do, whether they were at the muscle position or they were in a tackle. So understanding mentally how you need to be prepared to be able to handle two positions in a game, but also being mentally prepared with the rotation that was going on in the game. So I think those guys handled it really well.
How nice would it be to get one at home this weekend?
It'd be amazing. But like I said, this week is what we're worried about, and this is what we're concerned about. So finding a way to be 1-0 this week is really the most important thing.
That was Kelvin Beachum. He, longtime Arizona Cardinal, offensive lineman, captain. He, I believe, was their winner this year for the. So every year, each NFL franchise gives out a Walter Payton Man of the Year. They choose one player from every single team, and then those players. It's a community service award, what you do in the community, all of that. And Kelvin Beachum was this year's Walter Payton Man of the Year for the Arizona Cardinals. And then all of the 32 players that are selected from each team, out of that batch, one person is selected to be the NFL's Man of the Year. So congratulations to Kelvin Beachum. He does great work. A long time, one of those guys in the locker room, always a stand-up guy. Those are the guys that you go to in an NFL locker room when teams are going through times like this. Guys like Kelvin Beachum who are going to stand up and talk for everybody else. 14 years in the National Football League for Kelvin Beachum. Started his career, I think this is the third time he has been nominated to be the Man of the Year. In second time with the Cardinals, because he was also, prior to coming over to Arizona, he was an offensive lineman with the New York Jets. So he was nominated by the Jets in 2018. He was nominated by the Cardinals back in 2021. And again this year in 2025. So Kelvin Beachum, he's one of those good dudes in the locker room that you really kind of go to when things are not going well. Andre Bocelli, you might have seen in that game on Sunday, suffered a really bad injury, neck injury. Wide receiver for the Cardinals. They have placed Andre Bocelli on injured reserve. He was carted off and taken to a Houston hospital after that game. It happened right before halftime. It was a kick return, and he was tackled. He was on the ground for nearly 10 minutes before being carted off. And Bocelli was playing in just the 18th game of his career, but hopefully everything is moving in a positive direction for him. The Cardinals announced earlier that he obviously was alert after the fact and had full movement of all of his extremities. And so Andre Bocelli, though, will be on the injured reserve for the remainder of this season. Only 9 catches, mostly a special teams guy, but a guy that is very highly thought of in that locker room that we saw play for a number of years up at the University of Washington during the Wildcats' time taking on the Huskies in the Pac-12. So there you go. That's your Cardinals. You look at what's happening with the Cardinals for this week. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Your thoughts on if you want to see anything from this team over the course of the last 3 games of the season. 3 to go. I mentioned home this weekend. Then you've got the Bengals. That'll be on the road. And then you've got still to be Week 16. None of the games in Week 16 are set yet because they obviously are waiting to see what the matchups are going to be. That'll be a road game. So this is the final home game for the Cardinals coming up this Sunday against Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons, who are coming off that tremendous win last week on national TV against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So a couple of wins in a row now, a win after a couple of losses in a row for the Falcons as they try to finish their season strong. And that's really all you're doing at this point for teams like the Falcons and the Cardinals, is trying to finish this thing out in a positive manner and build towards next season. So what do you want to see from the Cardinals coming up? Let us know. 520-848-1290. We mentioned earlier in the week, I think it was Tuesday, we had a show on Monday. There's been a ground level of murmur about, is it time for Michael Bidwell to sell this team? Because they have kind of fallen back to being one of the doormats in the NFC after some years of winning. Is it time for the Bidwells to move on from this team? I don't necessarily believe that, but there are people that are out there that are beginning to say that. What do you think? Is it time for the Bidwells to move on? And is it time for new ownership to try to come in to this NFL franchise and get it back going in a championship manner? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program there. All right, coming up, we will have our Casino del Sol replay and a little bit more as we wrap up today's show. DK on the sports tip. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions that are reported 22nd Street and Craycroft, reported on the southeast quadrant, Craycroft and 22nd Street. Valencia and Cardinal reported as a pedestrian struck. La Cañada and Orange Grove clearing. Also earlier crash Orange Grove at Oracle and McGee and Oracle. 49 the overnight low, 76 mostly sunny tomorrow, and 70 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 50% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
As players fight to avoid mistakes on the field, remember to make smart choices off the field this holiday season. If you decide to drink and drive, you could get a DUI or worse. That one decision to drive impaired could change your life and the life of others forever. If you're going to drink, the only way to be the MVP this holiday season is by planning a safe and sober ride home. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Rightway is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 five-star Google reviews, you can trust Rightway to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Rightway today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' Cay with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingCay.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Get ready for The Rush with Max Crosby.
You already know what time it is.
All-Pro defensive end Max Crosby takes you beyond the field with exclusive insights, real stories from inside the locker room.
You could literally see us laughing, kind of chirping back and forth.
This is The Rush. Buckle up.
We talk about The Rush on The Rush all the time.
Don't miss the behind-the-scenes moments and interviews everyone's talking about.
We appreciate you guys. We're going to keep feeding you all the content.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Here we go.
This is Zach Gelb with the Sports Minute. The Miami Dolphins have benched Tua Tagovailoa for Quinn Ewers. And if I was running the Miami Dolphins at the end of the season, I'm doing a full reset. Owner Stephen Ross already fired general manager Chris Greer. Mike McDaniel should follow in 3 weeks once the season ends. And even if the Dolphins have to eat an enormous amount of money, they should wave goodbye to Tua as well. A full reset of the Three Stooges and Greer, McDaniel, and Tua is necessary. And you got to break down that disappointment first before you can build it back up once again. I'm Zach Gelb.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. DK on the Sports Tip. Final segment of our show for today. The Tommy Lloyd Radio Show coming up for you at 6:05 live from the Union Public House with Brian Jeffries. Head on up there and check out what the head coach has to say after his team won handily 96-62 last night over Abilene Christian to go to 10-0. Games against San Diego State and Bethune-Cookman coming up before Christmas. And then one game after that before we dive into, I think it's South Dakota State on the 29th, and then the start of Big 12 play. The games will get real for sure in short order. Actually 2 nights ago in the NBA, we saw a little history in the game between the Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz.
And misses short from below the free throw line. Gafford just scored. He's averaging 9 points a game, and he helps plow the road for Cooper Flagg, who takes it right to the cup again. Bailey 2 of 3 tonight. Here's a drive down the lane. Coop got to the basket. Coop to the hoop with a foul. With it, Coop. And he puts it up with the left, and it's in there. Highlight reel finish and one as well.
With the ball moving on that one.
Oh, right back at you. Coop hits a 3. Man, when Coop starts making these on the regular lookout league,
it's going to be a problem.
112-110 Dallas. 6:35 to play in the game. Coop's back in. So's Marshall. And it's Coop immediately going to the go-to move. Putting it down, left hand to the basket. 34. Got a deflection here, but Coop's got it now. And here's Coop on the drive. And one pass is all it takes now to turn things around. The foul was called as well, and Coop can tie it. If he makes this, he's got it 40, and more importantly, the Mavs will have tied the game.
Is Coop the new Tet? Because I don't ever remember hearing broadcasters refer to Cooper Flagg as Coop during his time in college. But apparently that changes when you get to the professional realm. Cooper Flagg, 42 points on Monday night in a game that the Dallas Mavericks played on the road in Salt Lake City against the Utah Jazz. 42 points. Most in an NBA game by an 18-year-old. First time an 18-year-old NBA player has ever scored 40 or more points in a basketball game.
Yeah, this game, this record, DK, has stood since March 27th, 2004. Youngest 40-point scorer.
Wow.
And that would be
LeBron James.
Yeah, 2004. LeBron, 19 years and 88 days old. Cooper Flagg turns 19 on Sunday.
Wow.
So he barely squeaked this in, getting 40. I had to look up the 50-point record, DK. Believe it or not, Brandon Jennings was the youngest player to ever score 50 points in the game, 20 years and 52 days old. But, yeah, I mean, we all saw Cooper Flagg struggle a little bit out of the gate in his debut week of the season. I think he hit 3 out of his first 25 shots, something like that. But he's really rounding into his own. They're not playing him as point guard anymore. They're giving him Coach Kidd is giving him, putting him in more reasonable opportunities to do what he can do. And, yeah, I mean, we said it all last year when we saw the Duke Blue Devils twice did the Arizona Wildcats last season. And right now, DK, if you look at the standings, Con Knippel and Cooper Flagg are 1-2 in Rookie of the Year odds. So, they had some talent on the last year's Duke Blue Devil team.
And that previous mark you mentioned by LeBron James, 37 points in a game back in December of 2003, 42 for Cooper Flagg as he outdueled our guy Lauri Markkanen that night for the Utah Jazz. Lauri himself put up 33 points in the game, but Lauri went just 1 for 6 from 3. Cooper Flagg going, he only went 1 for 4, but he was 15 of 20 from the line, 13 of 27 from the floor.
If you watch his highlights, I mean, Cooper Flagg's a bit of a 6'10" shooting guard.
Yeah.
It's really like his style of play. And if you watch his highlights, everything's going to the basket. So it's really tough. What kind of matchup? You can't have a shorter person, DK, shoots right over the top, athletic enough with those little mid-range fadeaways and such. So, yeah, I mean, Cooper Flagg has a long way to go. He's just barely getting started in his NBA career. But people talked about him coming into college basketball last year, potentially being the best prospect since LeBron coming out of high school. And, obviously the Mavs fans losing Luka to the Lakers, happy to have Cooper Flagg. It's a growing process. That's an odd team. They might be sellers. Rumors are Anthony Davis may be on the move, but not a lot of takers right now. But certainly Cooper Flagg, learning his way through the ropes of the NBA season. It's a long season. Also, by the way, Kyrie's not playing.
Yeah,
so
true,
tough
exactly.
to get wins if your Hall of Fame point guard's not playing either.
Dallas 10-17, Jazz 10-15 on the season. That game went to overtime before Utah eventually did win it 140-133. Let's hear from Cooper Flagg on being the first to score 40 at the age of 18 years old.
A new career high, and you tied a Mavs rookie record, and you were short several guys tonight. Is there a mode you go to when you know, like, hey, my team may need more from me than?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I think it's just, my teammates putting me in the right positions, letting me be myself out there, give me that confidence. And, I just saw, a lot of gaps out there tonight and wanted to take advantage of it.
What's clicking now that wasn't earlier in the season? I mean, this last 7-game stretch, you've been playing, seems like a lot better, especially on the offensive end than you were the first of the year.
I think just, settling in. It's a new game. It's a, different spacing, different, people out there get more and more comfortable with my teammates, playing alongside them, figuring that out, and just settling in, bro. Honestly, just being myself and letting the game come to me, and I think it's worked out for me.
Cooper Flagg also became just the 5th rookie to record 40 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game in the last 15 years as he finished his 42-point game with 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Not too shabby. What did Lauri Markkanen have to think of it all?
Yeah, he had a great game. We tried to slow him down, and he got going, and he was able to get to the free throw line a lot tonight, and so it was just tough we weren't able to stop him, but try to make it tough, and we were able to get the needed misses down the stretch that we needed. So he had a great game.
He did indeed, and he's been having a lot of great games. As we mentioned, with Kyrie Irving out, he's had to pick up some of that scoring load. Has Cooper Flagg, or Coop, if you prefer. Cooper Flagg has averaged 26
Isn't
points
Coop a
per
guy
game.
who played for the Lakers in the 80s?
Yeah, exactly. So you can't even call him that. Right. That's already taken. He's averaging 26 points a game over the last 7 games. Is Cooper Flagg.
So Con Knuppel's averaging 19 in 26 games for the Charlotte Bobcats, and Coop is second rookie scorer, 18.4. So 2 18-plus scoring rookies coming out of the Duke Blue Devils school this year, DK. It's nuts. I mean, I didn't think Con Knuppel. I mean, we all knew Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg coming out was a can't-miss prospect, generational prospect. I didn't realize Con Knuppel would be so effective right off the bat at the NBA level. But, yeah, he's leading all rookie scorers, 19 a game.
So this is how the list goes in terms of youngest players in the NBA to score 40. Let's see what I'm seeing here. This is 40 or more. Cooper Flagg scored the most, we mentioned, in 18 years, 4th most scored in a game by an NBA teenager. Youngest NBA players to score 42 points or more. Cliff Robinson scored 45.
Blazers?
In 1980. I think so. I think that was the team.
I think he started with the Blazers.
Yeah. 19 years and 362 days. So he was almost 20. If not, 360. How many days in a year are there?
365.
65, yeah. So 3 days away from his birthday. Cliff Robinson, his 20th birthday. Cliff Robinson scored 45. Gigi Jackson.
Yeah, that was a one-off.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
44. I don't even recognize that name. Is he? You say as
hyper athletic
one-off,
kid, and he's if he gets hot, he can make shots. But
Yeah.
I think his career high, other than 44, is probably 25. Would be my guess.
LeBron James, 19 years, and so this was LeBron did it several times, but the last time was in 2004. 19 years, 330 days for LeBron James. Cooper Flagg, 18 years, 359 days. As you mentioned, his birthday's coming up. Kevin Durant scored 42 in 2008 at 19 years and 200 days. And Anthony Edwards did it twice in 2021, scoring 42 points twice at 19 years, 225 days, and then again at 19 years, 273 days. So another on different sides.
That's a lot
that
of great
2021
scorers
season.
and Gigi Jackson.
There you go. who I've never heard of.
He's very young. He's I mean, he might not even be 21 yet. I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but he's very young.
See, now I got to go and look. Now I got to keep an eye on this GG Jackson. Memphis.
He got in a couple years back, way before he was ready because of a lot of injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, time now for our Casino del Sol replay. And we had a chance earlier in the show to chat with Michaela Purdue, the high-scoring guard for your Arizona Wildcats women's basketball team. And I asked Michaela about her path to U of A. She's this is her fourth school, Toledo, Glenville State, Cleveland State, and now Arizona. So I asked her about her path here to Tucson and who her biggest influences are in the game of basketball.
Yeah, so when I got to college, like my freshman year, I actually skipped a senior year of high school to go to college.
Oh, wow.
And so I was freshly 17, my birthday had just passed the first day I got up there. And so I was pretty young. So at first it was kind of like, dang, like, you know, you're so used to playing all these minutes, you're so used to scoring and doing this. And, you know, I was like, you know, the confidence kind of went down a little bit. But at the end of the day, I knew, like, after those 2 years, like, this was my time to, you know, go find somewhere that was, you know, a better fit for me and that could gain my love for that game back and just gain my confidence back again. And, you know, that's ultimately what I did. And I ended up doing just that. I mean, I knew what type of player I was. I knew from the beginning, like, since I was young, that I was a good player. And, you know, I just needed just a little bit of a confidence boost to go do that.
Now, let's walk back what you just said there. So did you skip your entire senior year, or did you just go in at the midpoint like a lot of people are coming in January now?
Yeah, so I skipped my entire senior year. So I graduated my junior year technically and skipped my entire senior year and just went up to college just to, you know, just get a feel for things. I was young and just wanted to learn the game some more from just the college experience.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, was your father one of your coaches growing up?
Yeah, he was one of my coaches. He kind of coached me at AAU. He coached me, and then he was just my trainer kind of growing up. I didn't really have, like, a trainer or anybody that taught me the game. He was the one that kind of did all of that for me.
What are some of the things how would you categorize, I mean, some of the people that brought you up in basketball, you know, what were some of the things that they taught you that's allowed you to get to this point in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I know for my dad, like, he always told me to outwork anybody. Like, anybody that's in the gym with you, like, it doesn't matter what it was. Like, we could have been playing we could have been going bowling or something. Like, you're going to outwork him and do whatever it takes to, you know, win. And that's kind of what we did. We would get up at 6 a.m. like every morning, even as like a 9-year-old. I was up at 6 a.m. running up and down the streets of our neighborhood, jump roping, stuff like that. So he always made sure that anyone that was in front of me, anybody that was in the same gym as me, that I needed to outwork them. And that's kind of the main thing that I took from that.
Today's Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
And that young lady, Michaela Purdue, and her teammates back on the floor tomorrow night at McHale Center against Bellarmine with tip-off at 6 o'clock. That's crazy. Like, she just turned 17 years old and went to college. We've been talking about, you know, Braden Burries obviously being a year up in terms of his, you know, age level, 20 years old as a freshman. She was just barely 17 when she got to college. Back in, I think her first year playing was 2021. So in the fall of 20, right in the middle of COVID. So, like, you're barely 17, it's the middle of COVID, and you're going off to college. I mean, that's...
Yeah, Kylan Boswell, right? Adama Ball, too. Both those guys came in at 17-year-old.
Yeah, Boswell was young as well. And apparently we've just learned it's GG Jackson's birthday today.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't think he would even be 21. He turns 21 today, DK. So, yeah, still a young, very young player.
Happy birthday, GG Jackson. Go have a nice adult beverage. Actually, the Grizzlies play tonight, right? Because that was our play of the day.
I don't know. I know he had a broken foot. I'm not sure if he
might not be playing.
Yeah, still has an issue with that.
Okay. Well, Well, if he's not playing tonight, then he can go out and celebrate.
Yeah, I'm not
his
super
birthday.
up on my Memphis Grizzlies injury reports these days.
Let's just look at the injuries and see what comes up here. I've got John Moran is out tonight too.
He's been out for in and out for a bit.
Right, so he's not going to play. So then that bet looks pretty good for us tonight if he's out as well.
Well, I mean, Ant's out and Jaw's out.
Yes.
So there goes your must-see TV guys that you would tune in. If you're a casual fan and you wanted to tune in that game, it's for Anthony Edwards or John Morant. And yeah.
I don't see. Gigi's played in only 8 games this year and only averaging 7 minutes.
Like I said, he's a bit of a prospect. That 44 or whatever he scored came basically because the Memphis Grizzlies' entire front line was decimated, and he had to get in there, and he got on a heater.
There you go. Well, happy birthday, Gigi. I hope it all goes well for you tonight as you turn 21. Whether you're on the bench, maybe your buddies will take you out down to Beale Street after the game and have some great barbecue and such. All right, that's going to wrap up our show for today. Don't forget, we'll be back with you tomorrow. Actually, the fellas will be back with you tomorrow. I'll be off tomorrow. J-Dub and David, Dragon Ball Amada, will have the show tomorrow. I've got some personal business to tend to, so I'll be back with you on Friday. We'll have a full show coming up on Friday. Got a pretty cool interview coming up for you on Friday that's football related, so we'll dive into that. Coming up as well. And then, of course, Saturday's game day, Arizona basketball. That's a later start up in Phoenix at 8:30, so we won't be on the air until 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. Thanks to Cricket for all that she does. Thanks to Dragon Ball, who's not here today with the day off. Thanks to J.W. Madden as well. Don't forget, the Tommy Lloyd radio show is coming up next here, live from the Union Public House. This is the 3rd show, I believe. So hear from the head coach on the win last night over Abilene Christian and the game coming up this Saturday against San Diego State. And I'm sure there'll be special guests as well. I think they had last week they had on one of the guys from the administration who's a huge fan of the Wildcats. So that was great to see. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic. Collisions, 22nd and Craycroft and 22nd Street reportedly on the southeast quadrant. Cardinal and Valencia and Cardinal reported as a pedestrian struck. Also La Cañada and Orange Grove collision that is clearing Orange Grove and La Cañada. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Stay home and save big online during Lowe's December deal drops. All rewards members get free standard shipping. Shop Lowe's.com December deal drops today. Not available in Alaska or Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be located in Arizona.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. Be the first soccer team to beat them at football. Never. But here's the thing about us. Refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. Being unrealistic, that's not a flaw. It's a force. It's fuel. Because if you want to be great and make history, never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hold up. That wasn't Santa's sleigh. That was a Blazer EV flying off the lot at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag pricing on the latest electric Chevys. And yes, we have the inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and supercharge your holidays with shockingly great deals that'll make your old gas tank jealous. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. EVs at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
At Goldberg & Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. Get 0% interest up to 60 months. 25C tax credits. $3,000 trade-in for your old AC. Plus 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Have an aging heating and air system out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today. 520-201-8220.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is University of Arizona Wildcat Basketball, and this is the Tommy Lloyd Radio Show. You're always invited to join us at Union Public House for great food, basketball, and some fun. Now, Arizona Sports Enterprises presents the Tommy Lloyd Radio Show. With the coach, here's your host, the voice of the Wildcats, Brian Jeffries.
All right, good.